Okay, I accidentally went unlive there for a second. That was kind of embarrassing. Let me just turn that off and put it to the side. Okay. So, as you can see up there, my entire in-person party has had events come up to the point which they can't make it out. So it is just me for now until my one friend gets here. And if that's not commitment, I don't know what is, because if he wasn't going to show up, I don't think I'd be doing this. But anyways, yeah, so I guess this is like the pre-stream stuff. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to vibing. Yeah. Alright. It says I don't have any viewers, though. Oh, nope, I don't want to. Sorry, I'm getting my whole set up. I guess we're just. Whoa! Is that Tarika? Sheesh! Perfect, thank you. And actually, thank you for following so I can change my setup thing. Hang on. My alert box is going to go right there. And then my video capture is going to go right here. Tarika, can you unfollow, then refollow again? I know that sounds weird. I think that would do it. Okay. Dang. Okay. I see where you refollowed. It just didn't go through. That's kind of silly. Alright, I guess we're waiting for... Okay, I guess we're just vibing then. Hello! I'm quite excited for this lecture. I'm currently waiting for Corey to get here so I can info dump on him my fixation that I've had over the past 5 years. Just gonna be a good time. Please, feel free to use the chat. Potato! Yes! Okay, perfect. It's all coming together. Potato, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for coming out. What do you do whenever you stream and there's like no one else here? Because I feel like I'm just talking and it's not very exciting. Hang on, I got my big old screen up here. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Hello, hi. Not sure if you can see by the text, but we're starting a little bit later. Oh, thank you, Potato. That's very sweet. Oh. Anyways, so I guess we're just gonna be vibing for the next 12 minutes. Not gonna lie, I've just kind of been on my phone reading. I have more people saying they're coming on. That's terrifying. But it's okay because we have fun here. And so I'm having fun. Let me pull up the live thing here. So whenever I start... Okay. Awesome. Now see how that looks like. Wine time! Girl. Today we are drinking Smirnoff Ice Originals. So here's the thing. I went to the Pig, right? Sorry, the Piggly Wiggly. And I got like a huge thing of Turkey Hill lemonade, which if you don't know is like super tasty. And I was gonna get like a mixer for it, but I was like, well, you know, Grant is out of town, so I know I would drink the entire thing in one night. So instead I got these to limit myself. Because if there is any trace of alcohol, I probably will drink it in one go, in one sitting. You know how it is. So we're just kind of hanging out. I'm really glad I got... Bro, Grant's in chat! Grant's right there, he's pixel growth. I was gonna say. Dang! I forget what I was gonna say. That's so sad. Huh. Anyways, so I'm just kind of vibing. Oh, that's what it was. So originally, I had my chair set up over there by the fish tank. And I was just gonna like have the camera face only me, but let's be real. This couch is really comfy, and I have a very, very bony butt. So this is far more accommodating to people without a big butt like myself. So it all works out. I was told fairly recently that I have Ayo, I got an account from you. Thanks! Oh, yes! Okay, my follower thing's working. That's perfect. Most excellent. Okay, thank you. Hi. Hello. I'm assuming you're Nicole, perhaps? Okay, that's very exciting. And actually, fun news, we're up to 6 viewers. Nice. Hello, Nicole. I'm not sure if you could tell, but my one audience member is not here yet, so it officially won't start for another 10 minutes. So we are all just hanging out and vibing, as you do. I'm really glad I got that notification thing working. I love Spamton. I can show you my different things then. So this is like my pre-stream background. And then we have the BRB background. So this is whenever like I'm stepping away. And then we have the ending background, which is just like signing off. And then we have the big one, which spoilers. I don't want you to stay too long in there. What are you using for this OBS? I am using Streamlabs. It's a new program. I just installed it yesterday. Before I was using Twitch Studio, which has been fine in the past, but I've been having a little bit of trouble like getting it pulled up. So I started using this instead, and it records and live streams at the same time. So right now it's recording. No, it's not. Now it's recording. Hey. That's alright. It just means that people don't get to see the first awkward 5 minutes of me rambling. That's great. I like it though. You can like set up all your sources and stuff and decide which mics you want to go to, and yeah, it's just a good time. Who sent a photo? What is this? Oh my god, that's me! Who is watching me? Follow me. Howard. The shirt! Thanks! I got it after seeing Fallout Boy with a beautiful woman named Tarika. I'm glad you like it. We're gonna go to another concert soon. Dude, so whenever I was in Austria on like a little trip thing, I met this cool chick named Des. She is stationed right now in South Africa. She has like a house in South Africa. She says we're willing to like stay there whenever. By we, I mean me, but I'm assuming if you want to come with, you can come with. And she was saying how she's curious about going on the Childish Gambino tour at some point. Because I guess this is like his last year being Childish Gambino before he just drops it entirely. So if you're trying to go see Childish Gambino in a different country, I mean, I'd be down. I don't know enough of his songs. I'd have to study for it, but I'd be down. It'd be fun. What's the red pillow? Oh! Excellent question. So, the red pillow is a heart. On the other side it says Rupper St. Francis, because as the majority of us know, what? Thank you. Hi, Caleb. Anyways, back to this. This is not my Kingdom Hearts. Remember how Grant got heart surgery? This is the pillow the hospital gave him. It's quite nice. Now, I tried looking for Kingdom Hearts merch to have like lying around and stuff, but wait. Hello. Please come inside.
Don't mind, yeah.
People were getting antsy, please.
Oh, thanks for y'all for waiting. Just got back. Oh
You're
my
okay.
gosh.
Do your thing.
My faucet, sir.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. Sit wherever you want. Drinks are in the fridge. Do your thing.
Oh man, it was fun being up there.
Yeah?
So many good food, or so many like good foods.
Good foods.
Turkey's watching.
Yeah, Turkey's here. We got Tariko, we got Nicole, got my friend Potato, got my other friend Caleb. Yeah.
Alright.
Anyways, do you want anything? Like a drink or? We got those little Smirnoff things. We have lemonade. We have water.
Alright, where do I look?
In the fridge. In the fridge. Perf. Excellent news, guys. He is here. Okay.
Oh, can they hear me?
Sorry to point this out, but the name of your stream is misspelled. What do you mean it's misspelled? How did I spell it? Tarika's giving you a thumbs up.
Hi chat. Hi chat. Can I get an oh yeah?
I tried getting a oh yeah. I don't know what's my stream called? How did I misspell it?
I love that girl.
Kingdom. I know she's great. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
I'm leaving it.
Dots.
That's perfect.
Oh man.
I love it.
Can I grab a cup?
Yeah, the cups are up there. To the left of the sink. There you go. There and in the cabinet next to it.
Ooh, these are nice.
Ooh, they are nice.
Rather splendid.
I don't know if there's a way I can change the stream name from here, so I think we're just locking it in. Okay, let me make notifications everywhere that it's live now. Also, hi Caleb, thank you so much for making an account to follow me. Sorry I called you a coward.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he sent me a picture of like me on stream, and I was like, "You coward, follow me." And then he made an account saying "Coward 1 Morgan," so I knew it was him. Okay, there's Snapchat.
So there's Snapchat.
I just post that,
You
and
put
then
your glasses anywhere, or is it found in the trash?
what? Oh yeah, put it in the trash. That's cool. And then. Ring my bell. Okay. Perfect. I think we're all ready then. This is excellent. Oh, I forgot to ask. Are you okay with the camera being on you for this?
Thank you.
Because I can like sit over there if it's easier.
Oh, is it up yet?
No, it's on.
Oh.
Okay. I'll get set up here. Okay, chat is not going to be on the screen, so I have it on my phone. Yes, Nicole, I see you. Rest assured, I know you're an avid chronicler. Okay, let's get this pulled up here.
Kingdom
Hearts. I'm very excited for this. This is gonna be great. Was your flight okay, by the way?
Oh, it's a little bumpy at the end, but we made it. We're not dead.
Okay, we're not dead.
That's lovely.
Cool.
Shopper. Oh.
Oh, whatever.
Flying up there, the girl next to me said my hair was bounced around like a basketball. I was
Fucking disrespectful.
It was hilarious. She was like, I was nervous. I didn't know if I should wake you up.
Oh, you were sleeping?
Yeah, while sleeping. She was like, yeah, I was going. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Incredible. No, I love it. Anyways, please feel free. All right. Hello to everyone. So, this is Kingdom Hearts 101, a comprehensive lecture. Is it? It looks like it's still on the PowerPoint screen from there. So let me goof around a little bit. Ignore that. Turn that on. Get that over here.
Not the Wigger law firm.
Yes, the Wigger law firm. Spoilers.
Oh, my bad. Oh, they can't see it?
No, they can.
Oh.
I want to actually just pull up the. Ha! All right, there we go. All right, back to the Wigger law firm. All right, so I figure I'll lean into this with a little bit about me first, just so you get an idea of who I am, because this is going on YouTube after this. So, I'm studying to be an educator, so stuff like this is going to be really common for me going forward. I've only played Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3. I haven't finished either of them. But hear me out. Whenever I dropped out of college back in 2016, I needed something to like latch on to. So the lore of Kingdom Hearts kind of pushed me through, so I've become obsessed with it since. Alright, so call me a fake fan all you want. For anyone who wants to donate, there's my Cash App and my Venmo. Also, you can find me on Snapchat and Twitch and BeReal and Instagram. The Tumblr name's a little bit different, but you can probably find me if you try. But yeah, so let's just dive right in. Before we get started, here's a little policy. Every major title will have a fact check halfway through, just to make sure you're retaining all the information, of course. At the end of each game, questions can be proposed regarding future games. If the answer isn't given at the time, it will be answered in a future slide. Because, you know, they set up things that will be answered till later. Lots of future lore will be explained upon a game's release because a lot of information becomes retconned later on. Yada, yada, yada. Let's start with the series, first. So these are all the games. Today, we will be going through Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. So this is going to be going by kind of fast. However, I do want you to ask questions because I want to make sure you walk away with this with as much knowledge as I have. I have to share this burden, and you're the chosen one.
I've watched a 12-hour discussion of YouTube of Kingdom Hearts 4.
You did?
Yes, it's so great.
Perfect. Okay, this is all coming together. If you guys in chat want to ask questions too, that's perfect. Go right ahead. I have you right here. Got my cell phone propped up. If you have any questions, just drop them. Okay, cool. So, series origin. Let's start. There's these two Square Enix employees that wanted to create a video game to rival Mario 64, which was like the really big deal at the time. On the left here we have Shinji Hashimoto. He's known for being the Final Fantasy branch manager, and on the right is the Final Fantasy creator, Hironobu Sakaguchi. So, they were wanting to create a game to kind of rival Mario 64, but they didn't really know how to do so. I mean, Final Fantasy was popular, but it only reached a certain kind of audience. So they were thinking, what if we got Disney characters involved? Leading us to our man, the myth, the legend, the god, Tetsuya Nomura, who we love. So Tetsuya Nomura overhears this and volunteers to lead the project as head director. It didn't have a name at the time, but he understood their concept and was willing to push it forward. Oh, that's the wrong way. Here we go. There was a chance meeting between Hashimoto, one of the gentlemen previously mentioned, and a Disney executive in an elevator because they both had shared the same office building in Japan. So this is a little summary of it. What do you think of this revolutionary idea? Hachimachi gamer man, I like the way you think. And it worked. And it worked, and here we are. So originally it was focused on appealing to Disney's target age range, but since they wanted to incorporate some more Final Fantasy elements into it, it was going to be made for a little bit older, you know, maybe like older teens, young adults, that kind of stuff. But you will see similar items. You'll see crossover characters. You will see very intricate storylines, which hopefully won't be too confusing by the time we get done with this. And I figure we should go over some universal facts first. So, you and I, and you at home, we are considered, and so it was literally an elevator pitch. Yes, it was an elevator pitch. Yes, you understand. We are somebodies. Somebodies are comprised of three things. Oh, let me not flip off the camera. The heart, the body, and the soul. Whenever you are cut into twain, whenever someone tries to kill you, as they do, your body and your heart become separate. And then because of that, the soul disappears. That being said, if the original heart and body can reconnect, the soul will come back, and the original somebody will return. That's just universal. Here we have light versus darkness, and on the side here it says, why do you hate the darkness? And then King Mickey Mouse, because we all know King Mickey Mouse, says, oh, we don't hate the darkness. It's just kind of scary. And it's true. Light is perceived as good, dark is perceived as bad. It's not inherently true. The thing, yes.
She turns into a drinking game. Take a shot every time someone says light, darkness, or heart.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, we are not doing. We're just drink every time we feel compelled, please. It's gonna be a lot. I'm not getting through this sober, by the way. So darkness isn't inherently bad. I think it's the main thing. Because people can have darkness, it's just that if you have too much darkness, it corrupts you, especially if you don't know how to properly wield it. So people tend to stay away from it. You know, it's like drinking. You can have a nice occasional drink, just make sure it doesn't corrupt you. Just don't turn into a heartless. Easy as that. Oh, I keep messing up. There we go. Oh, I can just scroll. Kingdom Hearts. So Kingdom Hearts is an actual place. You can go there, not on a plane, but hypothetically. So the heart is a often like reoccurring theme in Kingdom Hearts. Everything has a heart. So you got animals, you got people, you got worlds. The entire universe has a heart, and this all conglomerates into Kingdom Hearts. So, since all the hearts are in one place, if someone were to gain access to Kingdom Hearts, they could kind of mold it to their will. I.e., if a guy who had a lot of darkness tried getting over Kingdom Hearts, everything would be enveloped in darkness, which is not great. However, Kingdom Hearts is kind of elusive, so you'll have to take a lot of work and a little bit of luck to actually try to find it and get access to it. I'm sure we won't see that happen. Is it possible to kill somebody without splitting them into heart and body? In the first game, yes. In the third game, which is the second game, no. Very good question, though, because that was later on retconned. But very good question. Final Mix. Final Mix are just like remastered versions of the games, kind of like if they would have DLC, but before the time of DLC. So it just has an extra like boss fights and cutscenes and more stuff they can retcon. So in case they release prequels, they can just add that in, or add in foreshadowing to future games. Remixes are like Final Mixes, a little more simplistic though. They're kind of like bundles. So instead of buying like 3 different games, you could buy Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Chain of Memories, and 358 over 2 days. Easy as that. So going through this, you're going to see a couple of different wacky names next to the release names. That's just the same game, but in a different packaging. And that takes us to Kingdom Hearts 1!
That's my heart.
That's your heart! Back when times were simple and clean. Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 1 released for the...
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much. So Kingdom Hearts 1 released in 2002 for the PlayStation 2 and then later remastered for the PlayStation 3. Let's meet our cast. So, we have Sora. He is our protagonist. He's a happy-go-lucky boy. He's 14 years old, and he's not super smart, but he has a great way with emotions. And he's very in tune with his emotions, and we love that for him. Then we have Riku. Riku is kind of like the frenemy, the eternal rival, but also his best friend. He's a year older, so he's 15 years old. And I don't want to say he's better at everything than Sora, but he's kind of portrayed that way, especially in the beginning. He's a very good natural fighter. He's very strong. Kairi is the white bread female lead character. She doesn't really do much, but she's happy, I guess. She's the object of Sora's affection. And Riku might have a thing for her, but I think he's just saying that so he can like tease Sora. I think. But she's not super, I mean, there is one thing. She comes from a different world than those two, but she doesn't have any memory of it. I will say that's something very interesting that comes up later. They all start out on the same island, but she moves there from a different island and doesn't have any memory of it, which is kind of weird. Donald Duck.
Quick question.
Yes.
How are we doing spoilers? Is there like a, we'll say that for later kind of thing? Or
Yes.
Is it like
We'll save it for later. If you have questions, they will be later addressed. But if you want to bring them up, so I'll put a pin in it. Yeah. All right. Donald Duck. He is a part of King Mickey's court. He is the head royal mage. He is a bit of a hothead, but he means well. Sir Goofy Goof. He is King Mickey's head knight. So, in this game series, he does not have his kid Max. I'm just very upset that you don't get to see the Goof world, because I think that would have been incredible.
That would be great.
Right? What if Sora was like, oh man, I feel so distraught, and Goofy was like, oh man, so does my son. And then, imagine the possibilities. Anyways, Goofy, yeah. Both him and Donald are on some kind of quest to find a key, as assigned by King Mickey. King Mickey left a note for them saying they gotta find a key. That's all we know. King Mickey himself is the king of Disney Castle. No one knows where he is. Man's currently missing, and by this picture, shirtless. There is a reason for that too, just you wait. Continuing, we have Jiminy Cricket. He kind of serves as the scribe for the party. He records previous worlds you've been to, the little collectibles you've gathered along the way. He's a pretty cool dude. He just kind of stays like on Sora's shoulder, just kind of hangs out. Maleficent. She is from Sleeping Beauty. She's otherwise known as the Dark Fairy. When you walk away, you won't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. All right, enough of that. All right. Thank you, Potato. So, Maleficent isn't really a huge deal on this story, but she's head of what's known as the League of Villains in this first game. So she is she's like the lead Disney villain, basically. Now this guy on the right, yeah, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, I've written here, he twists the wills of different Disney villains to better suit his dark plan. Also, he's voiced by Billy Zane.
Did not know that.
There you go. I know, what a guy. All right. And he is shirtless, by the way, just like King Mickey. Here are the different worlds you go to. I'm not going to list off all of them. You can see. Stop singing songs in the chat. The League of Villains or the Gang of Goons. I wouldn't call them goons. They comprise, based off this world list, they comprise of like Oogie Boogie, Ursula, yeah, the Queen of Hearts. I don't think they're not notable or like a goon is a very specific kind of category, you know. Like Captain Hook, I could call him a goon.
Oh, yeah.
But like the Queen of Hearts, she's not exactly goon worthy. So
She runs that town.
she does run that town. However, they're all villains in the end. I feel like goon is like a smaller bubble in the larger bubble of villains. You understand?
Speaking of worlds,
Yes.
I highly suggest checking out Traverse Town, Hollow Bastion, and Halloween Town's theme soundtrack from these games, from specifically Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yes. It is so good. I love Traverse.
Olympus Coliseum.
Olympus Coliseum is always a classic. I love how they expanded on it in later games, but it's very good. I think, yeah. All the stuff is lovely. Every now and again in this lecture, you will see blacked out parts like that. That means there's spoilers. You can ask, what is that? But you'll learn. You'll learn. All right, and you know, I totally forgot to ask, how many of these games have you played?
Oh, Lord. I played 1, 2, and 3. I played Chain of Memories. Hold on, I'm forgetting one. Let's say that's it for right now.
Okay. All right, solid. The format of this is going to shift probably during Kingdom Hearts 2-ish. I made this years ago, and then at one point just got really tired of putting all the words on screen. So this will shift later on, but for right now, we're just going off the bullet points. So, our plucky 3 protagonists, they live on Destiny Islands. This is a cute little island where they want to build a raft and golf and explore the world. Because the thing about Kingdom Hearts 1 is that it's a coming-of-age story. You know, it deals with childhood jealousy, wanting to be more, proving you're enough. It's so good. It's so simple. It's so clean. So, all of them have a very strong friendship, and they believe that it can overcome anything. Incredible. We'll be the judge of that. Sora ventures into a cave to find a mysterious hooded figure. Just a brown cloak in the shape of a man, kind of like a potato suit, Potato soup? What am I thinking of?
Potato sack.
Potato sack, yes. This figure tells Sora that soon darkness will emerge, and Sora will have to embrace his new change to survive. Ominous. And then we never see him again. Literally, it's just as abrupt as that in the game. He shows up for 5 seconds, says some weird shit, gone. Meanwhile, at Disney Castle, Donald and Goofy have received a letter from King Mickey, instructing them to find the key that will protect worlds from approaching darkness. So these two goons have been assigned to that. And this is also one of those things that's a very sudden shift that isn't expanded upon until later. You'll find that as a common recurring theme in this series. Before setting off on their voyage with the little raft that they made, Destiny Islands, the world itself, is being attacked by small black monsters. These are known as Heartless, and they are corrupted versions of the heart. So, recalling back to the universal truths, the body can be split into the heart, the body, and the soul. Whenever the heart becomes separated from the somebody, it becomes corrupted and turns into a heartless. So even though it's called a heartless, it's still the heart, if that makes sense. Perfect. Sora finds Riku on the beach, because Sora is, he just woke out of bed and ran off and is trying to figure out what's going on. So he sees Riku at the beach, and Riku is inviting Sora to embrace the darkness. You can't be doing that. You cannot be doing that. So Sora refuses to do so, and Riku just vanishes in a dark portal. Why not? Suddenly, Sora is bestowed with a giant key, right as Riku vanishes. And this key is a series icon called the Keyblade. This is a weapon that's used to defend the light of the world. The universe just kind of bestows it upon him. In this game, it will be retconned, but in this game, he is the chosen one. I even say that because later on in this game, that kind of isn't true. Yeah, but he's the chosen one. Good for Sora. So he's looking for Kairi, and he finds her in a cave. It's the same cave that the hooded figure was in. And it looks like there's a huge gust of wind that's going to blow Kairi out of the cave. So Sora goes to catch her, but whoops, she phases right through him. Whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. How did that happen? I wonder where she went, because after that, she's kind of gone. Crazy. So Sora swings around his thing and defeats some Heartless, and after doing so, he obviously can't kill all of them because he's just a weak little boy. So he passes out from exhaustion, and the Destiny Islands as an entity succumbs to darkness. So, that world, gone. The darkness overtook it. Sora wakes up in Traverse Town, the place where we're talking about the banging tunes. It's like doo 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 doo. Yeah, okay. Traverse Town is kind of like a universal dumping ground. It's whenever folks' worlds are lost to darkness, chances are they will go to Traverse Town. They can also go to Hollow Bastion in some cases, but more likely than not, it'll go to Traverse Town. And so Sora wakes up there by Pluto the dog. He's licking his face. And so Sora is like, all right, let's go vibe. So he vibes out with Pluto the dog. Also in Traverse Town is Donald and Goofy trying to find the key. So the four of them all kind of bump into each other. And Goofy and Donald are like, yo, that's a key. We need you to save the world. Sora is like, listen, I just need to save my friends to find them. One of them kind of vanished into me. The other wanted to succumb to darkness. And they were like, okay, what if we save the worlds? And what if your friends are on those worlds? So it'd be beneficial for you to come with us anyways. And Sora's like, all right, okay. That's a good point. True. So, Sora, Donald, oh no, I'm so sorry. More Disney characters help from the sidelines during this adventure. So we have Jiminy Cricket in the top left. In the bottom left, there we have Chip and Dale, who run the Gummy Ship, which is the spaceship that Donald and Goofy use to go through different worlds. On the top right is our first sneak preview of crossover characters. That is Leon and Tifa from Final Fantasy.
That Leon fight was so hard.
It was, yeah.
I thought you could win.
You were destined to lose it. Leon is very edgy and very powerful. It's like Riku, but evolved, like a Digimon. Now, in the bottom right there, you're going to see Princess Jasmine. So, Jasmine is one of the 7 princesses of hearts. In this universe, there are 7 different princesses who have no darkness in their hearts whatsoever. And princess is a pretty loose term. Like, I'm pretty sure Alice from Alice in Wonderland is also a princess. But, you know, she's just like a whimsical little girl. So she has no darkness. Anyways, these women have no darkness in their hearts. And so, Sora and the gang have to make sure they are safe. Because if the darkness corrupts their hearts, really bad stuff can happen. Now, while traveling across different worlds, Riku has been taken under the wing of Maleficent, who is the head of the League of Villains, which are some of the villains you see on screen here. We got Jafar, Ursula, Captain Hook, and Boogie Woogie. Oogie Boogie Woogie. She and the other Disney villains have formed an alliance to prevent Sora from stealing keyholes and to let darkness rule supreme. So I think this is a good fact check. This is a pretty good halfway point. I had a little meme there for funsies. So this is what we know so far. A weird shadowy figure confronted Sora in a cave, as you do. Sora has the Keyblade. Sora obtained the Keyblade right after Riku emerged into darkness. Last Sora saw Kairi, it seemed like she phased through him / into him. The keyholes are being opened, they need to be protected, and Disney villains are all in cahoots and are going after the 7 Princesses of Light. Decent halfway checkpoint, yeah? Any questions? Questions? Pretty simple and clean. I think I'm doing a pretty okay job breaking this down. We'll just give the chat a few more minutes to, not minutes, like a few more seconds to respond.
It would be cool if you have like the music from each world in the background when you're talking about it.
I was thinking about that, but later on I have like videos that play. So I didn't want the music to be like
weird.
Yeah, I was thinking that originally. Sounds pretty good. Thank you, Nicole. All right, we're going to carry on. If anyone else has any questions, please drop them in chat.
Let me pull up chat.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, sounds pretty good. Let's continue. After traveling to the different worlds, Sora and company arrive at Hollow Bastion, the headquarters of Maleficent and the home to many Final Fantasy characters. This includes all the ones that you're probably more familiar with from Final Fantasy VII, including Aerith and... I'm sorry, before that wasn't Tifa, that was Yuffie. Tifa's also here, and Cloud Strife, of course. I think he's in his Advent Children outfit, which they were trying to heavily push during this time. So it's not like the Cloud everyone like remembers, but you know, he's there. While at Hollow Bastion, Sora encounters a darkness-possessed Riku, who claims the Keyblade belongs to him. So real quick, Riku is like, zoop, and the Keyblade goes into Riku's hands. And the weird thing about the Keyblade is that if someone tries to take it from Sora, usually it just goes back into Sora's possession. However, Riku is the actual chosen wielder of the Keyblade. Because like we said in the beginning, Riku is better at Sora in everything. So he was the chosen wielder of the Keyblade, but once he submitted into darkness, Sora was kind of like the runner-up. So Sora got it, but really it's supposed to be Riku's. Which I thought was a nice twist. I thought that was fun. Here's the... because Donald and Goofy were instructed to follow the key and not Sora, they ditch his ass. They leave that man behind, and they go to Hollow Bastion right behind Riku, leaving Sora for himself. So what is Sora better at? Heart? Sora is... I would say he's more in touch with his emotions.
He's a lover boy.
He is a lover boy. He's a lover, not a fighter. His power comes from his friends. So if his friends are stealing his keys from him, he's useless. Basically.
And he gets the wooden sword.
He gets the wooden sword. That's right. So whenever they walk away, he gets a wooden sword. And he's... Oh no, I didn't put the slide in here. There's like a scene where like Sora walks around with like a wooden sword looking all sad, and he comes across Beast from Beauty and the Beast, and he's also looking all sad because he misses Belle, and they just go through their Tower of Depression together. But yeah, with the help of Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Sora finds Riku and monologues about how he gets his strength from his friends, and friendship is so important. And Donald and Goofy are like, alright, friendship's kind of important. So they go back to Sora's side. But once they get back to Sora's side, because he's all powered up on the high of friendship, the Keyblade goes back to his hands. It's his! Yay! He stole it from the chosen wielder. We love a con, man. Let's go, baby! Let's go! At this point, it's being revealed that Riku is being possessed by Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, as shown by this picture, where he says, "It is I, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness." So basically, Ansem kind of possessed the body of him while he was a jealous person. Whenever he first landed in Traverse Town, he was under the care of Maleficent, who kind of got more darkness into his heart from there, making it easier for Ansem to influence Riku and then eventually possess him. Yes, I just said that. Perfect. Okay. Ansem is also kind of the head of the Disney League of Villains. So beforehand, it was kind of like, why are all these people teaming up? There's really no clear reason, but it's because they're all useless separately. But underneath Ansem, they're pawns, and they can just put darkness everywhere in their worlds. So he unlocks the keyholes of worlds and let the heartless in each world kind of infect and spread. So, Ansem is the big bad. Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, specifically. Add Seeker of Darkness. It has to be there, trust me. So Sora asks if he does something with Kairi, because where the heck is Kairi? We can't find Kairi anywhere. It's a Kairi-less world. So he motions to the corner of a room, where a comatose Kairi lays next to a large, mysterious machine. And I'd say maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I wouldn't have made the point of saying that there was a large, mysterious machine. This is something that has been recently revealed over one of the mobile games. So, there's a weird, large, mysterious machine. Just keep that in mind, and Kairi's laying against it. Trust me, it's... God, it messes up so much. It's great. It's so great. Anyways, Ansem explains that Kairi is one of the 7 princesses of Heart, and how he needs each of the princesses' heart to form an all-powerful Keyblade. There's more than one Keyblade. That's crazy. Yes. So, as we know of right now, there are 3 Keyblades. There's a Keyblade of the World of Light, which Sora has, which Riku had, which Sora had. There's assumedly a Keyblade of Darkness. We're assuming there's one of light, yin and yang. And now there's a Keyblade that unlocks people's hearts once you collect all 7 princesses of Heart. So, Sora strikes down Ansem, possesses Riku, and defeats him. So now both of his friends are kind of conked out. So Riku is laying down, he's unpossessed, but he's kind of out for the count. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, where is Kairi?
Oh my gosh.
I love this line. So, at this moment, Sora knows exactly where Kairi's heart is. If you recall, whenever he was trying to reach Kairi, she phased into him. She stayed there. She didn't go past him. He didn't catch her. Kairi's heart has been inside of Sora this entire time. And she's just kind of stuck there because she doesn't have a body of her own. So now it's a matter of like, well, Sora has 2 hearts inside him. Sorry, Sora has 2 hearts inside him.
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
Sora has 2 hearts inside him, and he needs to get them out because there's a comatose body right next to him. So what does this young man do? Excellent. He stabs himself. As you do when you learn your friend's heart is inside you. Sora takes Ansem's remaining Keyblade and plunges it into his chest. He doesn't use the Kingdom Key, he uses Ansem's Keyblade. This action will alter the franchise forever. A domino effect has been started because of this. This is the entire reason why there are 14 fucking games after this. 14! Kairi's heart released back into her body because Sora stabbed himself. So because Kairi's heart goes back to her body, his heart turns into a heartless. Because remind, whenever a heart is by itself, it gets turned into a heartless. Not saying Sora's the bad guy, but we all have our flaws. So Sora gets turned back into a heartless. However, Kairi recognizes this, and through the light in her heart, transforms him back to his somebody form. Which is the one thing I cannot explain.
Yeah.
I've looked on the Wikipedia, I've seen other videos about it. This is the one thing that cannot be explained. We still don't know how he got shifted back into his somebody form so soon. I'm assuming it's because his Heartless was found so recently after his transformation, because he was only a Heartless for like 20 seconds. I'm assuming because of that, it was really easy for him to snap back, especially with someone as powerful as a Princess of Heart helping him, but there's really no concrete explanation.
I don't believe this ever happens again.
No, it never happens again.
Pretty much Kingdom Hearts 1.
Kingdom Hearts 1. Still the most simple one. Still the most simple one, of course. But, yeah, that hasn't yet to be explained. I'm waiting, it's probably going to be explained in Kingdom Hearts 4, knowing us. Okay. With Kairi being safe and Riku being unable to fight, Sora, Donald, and Goofy venture to the end of the world, which is like its own world. It's kind of like the center of all darkness, because you see fragments of each world that was lost to darkness kind of floating around, including Destiny Islands, which is parts of it are also there, just kind of vibing, floating in the view of space. Here, the gang confronts a reformed Ansem Seeker of Darkness, and he stands in front of a door leading to Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, he found a door that leads to Kingdom Hearts. He thinks. Not he thinks. He believes this door leads to Kingdom Hearts. Does it? Oh boy! So, at the apex of an epic battle between the two forces, Ansem calls out upon the power of Kingdom Hearts to aid him in battle. Because he believes that Kingdom Hearts must be a balance of light and dark, so there's a chance that the Will of Worlds can stand by him. However, when the door is opened, a blinding light pierces through and destroys the form of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Right as Sora says, I know deep down in my heart of hearts that Kingdom Hearts is light! And the light just totally destroys Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Now it's implied that the worlds willed Ansem to be destroyed because he was kind of throwing things off of balance. This has not yet been proven, but it's a pretty popular theory in the community. But let it be known that, yeah, Kingdom Hearts isn't entirely light. It's just hanging out. It's just fighting. Like all of us. We all are Kingdom Hearts. As you know. Who is calling me? Bro, why call me when you can just watch my stream?
Oh.
Ugh, I don't even know who Maximilian is. Oh wait, Nicole, is that your friend? Nicole, tell your friend to stop calling me. It says Maximilian, man. I don't know, that might be him. Anyways. After Ansem is defeated, the threat of darkness still lingers, as Kingdom Hearts is revealed to have Heartless inside, and the Heartless are looking to crawl out of a newly opened door. So, the three main boys here, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, all attempt to close the door from the outside, but it's just too heavy. It's just too heavy for them. They got a 14-year-old, a duck, and a dog, you know? They need some help. During the midst of Sora and Ansem battle, Riku was able to sneak to the other side of the door and is attempting to pull it closed from that side. Aww! He's been nothing but a trouble this entire time, but now he's willing to help his friend because he feels guilty. That is so sweet. So he's trying to close it from the inside. Even then, they still need a little bit more help, which is where shirtless Mickey Mouse comes in. Unexplained at this time, a shirtless Mickey Mouse appears from the inside of Kingdom Hearts with a Keyblade in hand. This is our Keyblade of Darkness. This is why Mickey went out on his quest. So, he helps the team close the door from the inside. Yes?
Why is this our first time seeing Mickey?
Because Mickey has been on a mission to find a key that we did not know about.
Legal reasons? Or the Disney's reason?
Not Disney reasons. Disney was okay with using Mickey. And they will be in future games too. I think it was just like, this is the one character lots of folks would recognize, so they wanted to save him until the end. So they're like, it's like a payoff. Yes.
Oh, well, Disney wasn't sure about Kingdom Hearts surviving, or how well it was going to do.
Okay.
So they didn't want Mickey plastered all over it. Every different scene, so like you can use him once. And the climax ending, boom, Mickey.
There he is. There he is. It's our king. It's our boy. It's our mouse. Can you do a Mickey Mouse impression? That's pretty good. I like it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Anyway, so he helps them close the door from the inside alongside with Riku. So, even though Sora spent all this time looking for his friend Riku, Riku sacrificed himself to close that door from the inside, and Donald and Goofy are once again separated from their king. But the good news is they defeated Ansem. And because of that, the world's lost to darkness start to go back to the light. Kairi returns to Destiny Island with a promise to Sora that they will see each other again. And Sora could easily join her back on the island, but he's still going to try to find his friend. So now that he knows Kairi is safe, he is going to continue joining Donald and Goofy in this quest to find Riku and King Mickey. That is the end of the first game. Real quick, just to summarize, I think it's about this. Yeah, okay. Secret reports. So secret reports were added in the 1.5 final mix and one of the remastered versions of Kingdom Hearts 1. This is where you get to learn more about the context of how the worlds got to darkness and how this all kind of came about. Because this darkness is not natural. It's manufactured. So, back whenever Hollow Bastion was called Radiant Garden, there was a leader called Ansem. Kind of weird. Because if you notice, that's not Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. That's just Ansem. It's kind of weird. Ansem saw darkness as a threat and began to study it in hopes that it wouldn't infect his world. However, during his studies, the Heartless were formed and started to emerge as a threat. So because he wanted to look into it a little bit more, he accidentally kind of set it off, you know, like a Pandora's box. King Mickey and Ansem were kind of besties. King Mickey would go over there to hang out and kind of talk about Keyblades and hearts and darkness. And Ansem, sadly, was corrupted by his own experiments. And he turned fully to the side of darkness. And he turned into a Heartless himself. And he stabbed himself with a Keyblade. So, that is how you got Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. The reports themselves speculate about the corrupted body that takes form after the heart becomes corrupted, but we didn't really see that a whole lot in Kingdom Hearts 1. That's going to be more of a thing in Kingdom Hearts 2. That's more of like whenever you cut into the body, the heart and the body become separate. We look at the heart a lot in this game, but the body is going to be expanded more upon in future games. The last thing of note is that Ansem definitely interacted with Kairi, which is weird. Because it's said that she wasn't from Destiny Islands, but it's never expanded upon where she's from. At this point, it's confirmed that her birthplace is from Radiant Garden, now Hollow Bastion. But there's really nothing else beyond that, beyond knowing that this is her birthplace. But the fact that they introduced this fact is really interesting. I don't know. So, that is a seed sown for a future game. There is a secret ending here. Ignore, oh wait, I don't think it's not gonna play in the original tab? No! That is so silly. Okay, well there's a secret ending here. There we, no? Nope, not that one. Okay, well basically I'll run through it because I know you've already seen this secret ending. Okay, so I'll just run through it. I'll show you the ones that you haven't seen yet. So this secret ending is basically Sora, Donald, and Goofy walking through a world trying to find King Mickey and Riku. And along the way they find Pluto. And Pluto has another letter from the king. So basically they chase down Pluto and it's just foreshadowing for the next game to come, showing that there's going to be another game coming out after this. There's another secret ending if you collect all the answer reports. I'm assuming you've seen this one as well. Okay. So in this secret ending, this one is called Another Side, Another Story. So you have a figure who is in a black hooded jacket in the middle of a city. It's pouring down rain. You have this hooded figure appearing to fight Riku, blindfolded. Riku is blindfolded, not the figure. The figure, though, is able to dual wield. He has 2 keyblades, and he's able to run up the side of buildings. And that's really all you see from this. I recommend watching it yourself. Like I said, when it comes to the ones that Corey hasn't seen, we'll pull those up. But this is a pretty good one. This is like the thing that sets off the other great secret endings going forward. So, seeds sown for future games. These are questions you may be having, and the answers will probably come in future installments. Do you have any questions?
I did, but I completely forgot it. I'll ask him later.
Okay. Chat, do you guys have any questions? Pikachu. Okay. Pika Pika. If you have questions, then drop them in the chat. Oh my gosh. I'm okay. Hang on. My friend says he has, the one I was calling, he has questions. I'm putting him on speaker.
I have so many questions.
You're supposed to ask your questions in chat.
I don't have Twitch.
Create a Twitch account.
No.
Make your questions fast then. We got other people.
Alright, so I missed like half your stuff there. So why is Mickey tied to anime guy here? What's the deal there?
Okay, so Mickey is the king of Disney Castle. Yes, he's the king of Disney Castle, and he's in the world of darkness, and they're trying to find him.
Okay. Why did they make this game?
They made the game because they wanted something to compete against Super Mario 64.
Really? They
Yeah.
did a bad job then.
Whoa there.
Whoa! You're the one interrupting my thing because you don't know how to make a Twitch account.
Boom.
I had questions. Okay, one, you have an interesting voicemail. I'll give you that. Two, friend seems awesome. Tell him to say hi. Hi, friend. And three, what? What? Why?
Is there any other questions you have?
Like Elder Scrolls, or like something cool, but you chose Mickey Mouse fan fiction? Really?
You said something cool like Elder Scrolls?
Well, I mean,
Out of all the
play
games?
it. I actually
Is
play
chat saying anything?
Minecraft.
No, they're sending emojis.
Chat spam F.
L.
Spam, oh yeah, spam L. Spam L for Max.
L Max.
Here.
L
Max.
Max.
Spam L Max.
Can I get an L
Can I
Max
get
in
an
chat?
L Max in chat? Okay, I'm letting you go if that's the only question you have.
Alright, thank you for your time.
Everyone say bye, Max.
Next time you do this, you should make like Final Fantasy or something. I don't know, something cool.
Funny
Actually,
enough.
I don't even like that game. Damn, I made something even cooler. Like,
Bye, Max.
Max, if you were here earlier, you would have saw that we were talking about Final
Max,
Fantasy.
we were talking about Final Fantasy and Mickey Mouse. If you were here earlier, Max, let me make sure no one else has sent me anything. Okay, my aunt sent me something. We're gonna get back to that. Max, oh, he sent me a snap saying I have questions. Make an account, put it in the chat. That's what Nicole did, and that's what you can do.
I do have a question.
Look at all the L's. Yeah.
The secret fights.
The secret fights.
Or the secret bosses, I guess.
Yes.
Did you want to, are you going to go through them for each game, or is it kind of not super important?
I'm going to go through the secret fights if they are relevant to that game.
Gotcha.
If they're relevant to the lore. There are secret bosses in this one. I believe there's 3 or 4 of them in Kingdom Hearts 1 that were added in the 1.5 final mix. But none of them are really lore relevant. One of them was added because... Sorry, did you want to get into it?
No, you got it. This is your presentation.
Well, sure, but if you know something.
You got it.
So one of them was added to the world of Agrabah. And it's because a fan won a... I believe he won a contest and was able to submit... I forget if it was like his design or if he was just able to name the secret boss in there. But basically he has a whole secret boss in Kingdom Hearts 1 named after him because he won a contest, which is super cool. I forget his name.
A begins with an A. Or is it an X?
No, I feel like it's an A. David the Goat. What's up, David? What's up, David? Thanks for coming out, David. You just missed Kingdom Hearts 1, but that's totally okay. Kingdom Hearts better than Final Fantasy?
Kurt Ziza.
Kurt Ziza! Man, yeah, it was super great. It was really good. Okay.
One more.
Please.
One secret boss from Kingdom Hearts is a reference to a later enemy you'll be seeing. Just picture a lightsaber.
Are you lingering well?
Is that one?
Is it not lingering well? The one that has a deep layer of changes.
No.
Okay, which one are you talking about?
The first game, after you, same place you fight Maleficent.
Okay.
Is that Lingering Will? I don't remember. No, Lingering Will was 3.
Lingering Will is Kingdom Hearts 2.
2. This was Cage 1.
Okay.
It's like a lightsaber fight. It's so cool.
I didn't
first
know
game.
that.
I gotta send it to you. Hold on.
Okay, he's gonna send that to me. Very exciting. Something I didn't know. Hey, yo. Alright, shall I continue on?
Yes, I'll take it.
Okay. No, you're fine. I'm glad you learned something new. That's great. Alright, so this leads us into Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. This is not Kingdom Hearts 2, but it kind of is Kingdom Hearts 2. This was released in 2004 for the Game Boy Advance and was later remastered as Chain of Memories in 2007 for the PlayStation 2. And I just learned this the other day, but I forgot to update it. I believe it was also made for the GameCube. I believe this was the first Nintendo console game that you could play. So, it's very interesting. Cast of characters. All our returning favorites. We got Sora. We got Riku. No Kairi. Ha! That's going to be a recurring theme too. Donald, Goofy, Mickey, Jiminy. We got all our boys there. Incredible. But, what if I told you we have original characters? Let me introduce you to some of the coolest characters you've ever seen, that you ever wanted to cosplay as a moody teenager. First of all, one of my top 3 characters in Kingdom Hearts, and I have thought about this, and I made a ranked list. In the top 3 is Axel.
Mm-hmm.
I love him so much. Alright, so let's run through it. Axel, he is otherwise known as Number 8. He's known as the flurry of dancing flames. He's great at pushing buttons and leaving one-of-a-kind impressions. Got it memorized? God, I love him so fucking much. That's a part of the script. I'm so sorry. He's a part of Organization 13, as are all of these characters. So, yeah, David, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, the second one right here. Marluxia. He's 23 years old. I wrote down manipulate, mansplain, male wife. He's a guy. Also part of Organization 13. Larxene. She's number 12.
She's crazy.
She's known as the Savage Nymph. An electrical storm that has access to kitchen knives. Someone stop her. Oh yeah, I wrote all this like a year ago, so I kind of forgot what I said. Vexen, number 4. The Chile academic. An ice-wielding scholar known for his scientific studies on replicas.
A little creepy.
A little creepy.
Just a little.
Yeah, the thing is, he's not so bad of a guy in later games, but like his just the way that like his model, it's
He's like,
yes. He's made to scheme. If you look at the word scheme in the dictionary, you're not gonna find him, but I wish you would. Number 5 is
Big
Lexius.
strong man.
Lexius, spiteful towards his peers, doesn't really like anyone all too much, and more often than not stands from a distance observing others. So he's just angry all the time. Zexion. He is the youngest of Organization 13 that we know of. He's 18 years old. He would rather than be in the action, he would rather wave illusions to fight for him. He's also the wielder of the Lexicon, which is a book of, I believe, spells? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Well, simple words. Lexius has a hobby of stalking. Oh, yeah. Okay, good point. Yes, he's a sneaky guy who likes to stalk. Thank you for adding that. We have Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. He's back. He is a fraction of his former self, still trapped within the heart of Riku. And so he's still in there trying to get Riku to go to Darkness Town. We have Riku Replica. Originally created as a test of his namesake's strength. He is seen as a fraud and a mere toy by the forces that created him. Naminé! Whoa! A female character! And she has a little bit of personality, too. She is what they call a witch. She has no memories of her past, but she has been captured by Organization 13 and has a mysterious power of memory manipulation. Repliku, you understand. I was gonna get there. You get it. And And you have Diz, who's, I have his real name blanked out right here to keep from spoilers. But Diz, D-I-Z, stands for Darkness in Zero. He usually keeps his face hidden behind wraps. He's introduced wearing a black organization cloak. And he's actually in the castle to help out Riku and King Mickey on their journey. A little personality. I don't know what that means. Okay. So, for the worlds, we have real worlds and fake worlds. Who doesn't love a good fake world? So most of the worlds that appeared in Kingdom Hearts 1 reappear here in Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Asset reuse, honestly, saves time from creating new worlds when you can just reuse the ones and then stage it as like, oh, these are places you've been before.
You have the change of gameplay style.
I don't, because that's not important to the lore.
I hate it so much.
There was a huge change of gameplay style from the Game Boy Advance to the remastered version. The original one was, I actually never played the original one.
It's just like the later games.
Yeah. Okay.
All the mainline games sort of play very similar.
Yeah. There's a gimmick in this one that is relevant to the plot, so I will get into that a bit later. But this one, I'd say bottom of the list as far as gameplay goes. Not the definite bottom, because we still have to go over coded and recoded. But definitely down there.
Oh, man.
I do want to point out that there is a new world here called Twilight Town, which is previewed at. You don't actually, I think you get to go here a little bit, not a lot, but this is a very important place in future installments.
Best theme in the entire game.
Oh my gosh!
I'm playing it for performance class.
You are?
Yes.
Stop! Oh my gosh!
It was amazing.
Stop! It's so good! It's time to be... Oh shoot, thanks for reminding me, Grant. I'm sorry, it's time to be real. I have to take a be real real quick,
Oh,
guys.
sure.
I'm sorry. You understand. It didn't save. We have to do it again. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Alright, thanks for reminding me, Grant.
Love you, Grant.
Love you, Grant. Recoded is one of the better handheld, but y'all aren't ready for that yet. Whoo! That is a very hot take, David. You know what, David? Whenever we get over to Recoded, I'll have Corey give you a call, and you can give us your opinion on that. How about that?
Shouldn't you be marching or something?
Should you be marching, David? All right. Continuing. So, into the plot. Basically, this picks up after that cutscene where Donald, Goofy, and Sora are chasing after Pluto. Pluto leads them down to this mysterious-looking kind of castle. In front of the castle, a cloaky, which I'm gonna be using the word cloaky a lot. Is a person in a hooded black robe. There's just a lot of them, and cloaky is easier to say. So if you're having to hear cloaky, think of that. I'm on a break to see y'all.
Aww.
Aww.
I'm sorry.
So, the Cloaky stands in front of Castle Oblivion, which is a large structure with multiple floors and hidden rooms. The mysterious figure from before approaches Sora to give him a card to use throughout the castle, which is very interesting. Now, in this game, Sora and Donald's magic don't work within Castle Oblivion, so this leads to the known and sometimes despised card mechanic. So, in this, Sora collects cards that's like based on his memories of his previous friends and worlds he's visited and that kind of stuff. And he can use this in real-time battle against the enemies, which is explained by one of the members, of course. Throughout their journey, it becomes obvious that memories of Sora, Donald, and Goofy are slowly slipping as they forget the name of the castle they just entered. That's crazy! That's so wacky! How would that happen? Wow. I did go too soon. I'm so sorry. This is the part where I start getting lazy. Even more disturbing, which I don't have a slide for apparently, Sora's memories are being manipulated to include a new character named Naminé as a friend of his, slowly replacing the memory of Kairi in his memories with those of Naminé. So she's getting into his head without him even knowing. So like in between scenes and stuff, there'll be like flashbacks of like him and Riku on the beach with Naminé sitting nearby where Kairi should be. It's very odd. But Sora, Donald, and Goofy travel to the memories of previously explored Kingdom Hearts worlds throughout the castle. This is Larkscene. Larkscene appears before Sora, Donald, and Goofy and teases that Naminé is being held somewhere captive in the castle. Oh no, Naminé, Sora's childhood best friend. We can't let anything bad happen to her. So the gang fights Larkscene, but she escapes through a dark portal, leaving the three to continue through the castle. And I love this little quote of 10 seconds ago, you didn't even know who I was. Sora finds Riku on the next level of the castle. But this Riku is very aggressive and more accusatory than Sora remembers. They fight and Riku flees. So they were thinking like, wow, maybe Riku was taken over by Ansem Seeker of Darkness. That's crazy. It's kind of wacky. As this is happening with Sora, Donald, and Goofy, these new characters, these new Cloakies are being continuously introduced and they're meeting up and they're planning things with each other. So Naminé is revealed to have been captured by these cloaked figures. Mainly Larkscene and Marluxia, so mainly the girl here, and the pink-haired guy here, the male wife, as you remember. Axel here appears to speak with them. He kind of feels bad for Naminé and is like telling her to like take the chance to flee whenever he presents it. Like he's a bad guy, but he means well. He's well-intentioned. Vexen here is revealed to have made Riku replica that fought Sora in the castle, so the guy we just saw. He used Sora's memories gained through Naminé, and he was able to make Riku replica. Now I'm sure you're wondering, how did he get Sora's memories through Naminé? Sora and the gang enter the next level of the castle, which takes them outside an unfamiliar mansion. Before they can question where they are, Vexen appears before them. Oh. Okay, we are going to open this. I'm not sure if it's going to let me. Oh, I know why it's being weird, because I originally played this on Google Slides and I had it. Okay, I see. Alright, stand by. I'm getting a video pulled up.
Oh, can I mention something about the fight?
Go for it.
So the secret bosses, sometimes, some of the secret bosses, are references to later games. I can't say anything else outside of that, because it hasn't been mentioned yet. But they typically reference something that comes later in the next upcoming game. Mm-hmm. You will see it eventually.
Very well explained. Alright, so, okay, usually I would just have this play in the tab, but because I translated this, we're gonna watch this together as a team.
We are just nobodies who have no one to be, yet we still are.
Oh, I know why. Okay. Sorry, it turns off after a while.
Nobodies who have no one to be, yet we still are. But now you can be nothing instead of just being a nobody. You're off the hook.
No! Please don't! I don't want to!
Goodbye.
What are you? What are you people?
Don't know. I wonder about that myself.
Then he just leaves. Incredible. You'll find that I just add in random scenes from the games just because I can't explain that. How do you explain that?
Oh, man.
Goodbye. What are you people? Okay, cool. So, that was Axel and Vexen. So, yeah, Axel appeared to kill Vexen, which is not great. Axel behind the main trio, kills Vexen with a burst of fire. Okay. Sora proceeds to the next level of Castle Oblivion, but he realizes that Donald and Goofy aren't following him, but he's met by Naminé. Naminé at this point tells him that his memories of her aren't real. She's been planting memories of herself into his mind because she's been forced to. Replica Riku interrupts them, and then Larxene interrupts Replica Riku. So, a lot happens here, which is kind of something you can say about the entire series. But, anyways, Sora doesn't believe Naminé and persists to find a way to save her from the castle. But before they can mess up their memories, all these villains appear and stuff. Sora is fighting the replica, but stops to like grant him mercy. And whenever he like stops fighting, Larxene is like, well, he's just a replica. He doesn't matter anyways. And that's whenever Sora learns that this is not the real Riku. We still don't know where he is. Donald and Goofy reappear to protect Sora from Larxene's attacks, giving Sora enough time to defeat her for good. So, Larxene, dead. With no more distractions, Naminé reveals she was able to manipulate the memories of Sora, Donald... Oh no, I'm sorry. She was able to manipulate the memories of Donald, Goofy, and Jiminy because their memories and experiences were so tightly connected with those of Sora. Naminé can restore all of their memories and leads them down to a corridor to the memory restoration chamber. I mean, Marluxia intercepts, but he's killed by Sora. Also, like, Axel briefly appears to tell them they're on the same side. Sora doesn't believe him, but Axel disappears before Sora can kill him too. Anyways. They make it to the chamber here, and Naminé warns the four of them that in restoring their memories, she will be forgotten because she wasn't a part of their original memories. Sora promises that he will remember her, but the four of them, Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Jiminy, are all sent into a deep slumber to regain their memories. So, this is our next fact check. This is about the halfway point of the game. I think it's a cute little story up until now. Any questions?
Oh, Jiminy, you might be wondering, I thought Jiminy kept track of everything. How did they forget? His journal also got erased through mind manipulation powers, I think.
That's right.
But they couldn't look at anything from there, so that's all gone too.
There is a point where, like, they forget which level they're on, and they're like, hey, Jiminy, where are we? And he's like, oh, well, gosh, these pages are blank. Like, it just, I don't know how the journal plays into that, because it's part of Jiminy, maybe, I don't know. But this is your little fact check, so this is all the important stuff you need to know. Marluxia, Larxene, and Vexen are dead. Axel is alive. They're asleep. It's not really known. I mean, like, it's said that the Cloakies are part of Organization 13, but it's not really known what that is or why it exists. But after you complete the game as Sora, the reverse/rebirth mode is unlocked. It is very cool. I'm going to get a drink of this water. So tasty. Alright. So reverse rebirth mode is the first time ever you can play as Riku, which is really exciting because Riku is... A lot of people like him because he's a little bit edgy, but he's a good guy. I mean, that's the reason why I love Axel, so I can't blame him. Riku wakes up from a state of sleep by an unknown voice and is teleported to the basement of Castle Oblivion. The voice catches Riku up to the gimmick of the castle, you know, the cards are your weapons, that kind of stuff, yada yada yada. And here we get to see more memories of Riku's journey through Kingdom Hearts 1, such as being taken in by Maleficent. So here you have a little bit of his inner monologue. It says, you were cast away from your home, your friends, everything, but at least they gave you a nice room. And that kind of sucks. You know, we didn't really get to follow Riku a whole lot in Kingdom Hearts 1, but looking at what he's got going on here, you kind of feel bad for the guy. Riku is confronted by the memory of Ansem that lives within him, and Riku is tempted to follow darkness again, when Mickey's words of inspiration reach him and keep his faith strong. Mickey then appears as an illusion in front of Riku, and it was revealed that Riku and Mickey's hearts are connected, the same way that Sora, Donald, and Goofy's are. That's right, remember you're not alone. So that's very sweet. Now mind you, there were other organization members that didn't have a part in the A plot line, and they are here. So while Vexen is the first Cloaky to approach Riku, it's shown that these two, Lexius and Zexion, are in the background, and they're doing the real scheming. And they're trying to exploit the darkness that lingers within Riku. They want him to turn to the dark side so they have someone else on their team. And it's kind of... The main plot of Sora's story is that he's trying to regain his lost memories, but Riku's story revolves around his inner struggle between light and dark. And also, it doesn't seem like Riku's really losing his memories here, which is kind of weird. I guess maybe Namine is distracted, but we'll find out. Replica Riku appears before Riku, calling him a coward and claiming himself to be the real Riku. It's revealed at this point that the Cloakies are part of an organization, and some of the members are looking to rebel against the others in an act of mutiny. I'm also going to be pulling up this one because this is also a classic. Oh, nope, get out of here. And I'm sure if you guys haven't seen the games before, you at least have seen this.
Cause I'm you. No, I'm me. I'm me, he says.
Incredible. A+ writing. We love Kingdom Hearts. 10 out of 10. Simple and clean. We'd love to see it. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this and want to know more about the series, I got heavy inspiration from this video by watching Best Guy Ever's video. He does a great 3-hour summary of all the games leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3. Barry Kramer has some really good videos too. And also for stuff that's like more elaborate and like multi-parts, Monty Xander also did a very good job. So I will say their names at the end of the big lecture, but very good stuff. Oh god. Oh, Mickey finds his way to Castle Oblivion following his connection to Riku's heart. Together, they eventually encounter and defeat Lexius and Zexion. Though each of the levels of the castle features a different world that Riku and Sora have visited, Riku finds himself in a new world called Twilight Town on one level. And while he's there, he meets Diz, Darkness and Zero. And Diz's voice is the one that woke Riku up from his slumber. Diz is sided with Riku and Mickey, and Mickey Mouse, King Mickey Mouse if you will, he notes that there's a very familiar kind of air to this stranger. Kind of weird. Riku has a final battle against Replica Riku in Twilight Town, where Riku is victorious, and a barely conscious Replica Riku falls through a dark portal assumed to be dead, but we all know how that works in the series. Excuse me. Riku proceeds to the final area of the castle, the Memory Restoration Chamber. Here he meets Namine, and learns about Sora's journey with memory manipulation. However, as Riku progressed through the castle, all of his memories were kept intact. This is because, well, she only has power over Sora's memories. And because him and Sora didn't have that strong of a connection during their first game, she wasn't able to manipulate Riku's memories. Namine senses the struggle of darkness within Riku, and offers him a choice. He can go to sleep with the possibility of ridding himself of Ansem's influence, or he can stay awake and fight off the lingering spirit of Ansem himself. So Riku commits to staying awake. With Sora's body being asleep for an unknown period of time in a dangerous new place, Riku pledges to be his protector while he rests and regains his memories. Riku! Oh, he is a sweetheart. Reunited with Mickey, Riku and the King receive black cloaks from Diz, with the knowledge that the cloaks will allow the pair to move through darkness without being corrupted by it. Diz also drops that these are the same cloaks that the nobodies wear, referring to the characters in the castle. So now we have a name for the cloakies. They're called nobodies. Riku has a final battle against Ansem within his heart and wins, expelling Ansem from himself for good. However, even though Ansem himself is gone, some of like his darkness still lingers on within Riku as like a darker influence. Leaving the castle behind while wearing their new cloaks, Riku and Mickey come across Diz standing at a crossroads. Diz asks Riku if he will choose between the road to light and the road to darkness, to which Riku responds, "Neither suits me. I'm taking the middle road. It's the road to dawn." The route ends with Riku choosing to utilize both the light and darkness in his heart and having Mickey alongside him as his companion. And mind you, this is the first case that we know of a Keyblade wielder who's willing to wield both the light and dark. So it's very interesting to see Riku's journey through this. He actually gets a really good character arc. Have you seen this secret ending?
Let's go with no.
Okay. This one isn't very long. Sorry guys. I clicked on it, says the file doesn't exist. Okay. I'm sorry, Corey. I want you to close your eyes. And you at home too, close your eyes, please. A blonde teenager is shown walking around. A blonde teenager is shown walking around. No, don't. It's shown walking around Twilight Town, passing by 3 other teenagers along the way. They are eating some sort of blue ice cream popsicles. We never see the blonde person's face, but we see Axel walk up to him from behind and place a hand on his shoulder. He seems to be joking with the stranger. There's a cut to Axel and the blonde sitting on top of a clock tower eating ice cream together. The next scene is of Namine and Diz standing outside of Sora's restoration chamber, with a cloaked Riku approaching them. Then, the scene cuts back to the blonde teenager from Twilight Town, now talking to the other 3 teenagers shown. The final shot is of the blonde teenager facing the screen, and he looks towards the clock tower happily. Sorry that wasn't available. I don't know what happened there. I'm driving.
One of my favorite people. Oh, the person in the...
Is this one? Oh, I don't think this works. Okay, I do want to show. I'm so mad these videos don't work in the thing. I gotta go buy. Okay,
Bye, David.
I understand. Bye, David. I hope you're still listening, Caleb. I'll paint the picture for you. Okay. We're gonna go. Nope. Here. Don't show it in this size. Show it in the original size, please.
Extra wide.
Just how I like. Sorry. We're gonna wait for this to load.
Tumblr.
Keep me coming back for more. Baby, you're on.
So the thing about wielding a Keyblade is that usually most swords have a specific hilt or a guard. The Keyblade doesn't quite have something like that, so wielding it's a little different than normally.
I just love that video.
That's why I aspire to be like.
Incredible.
And he has the darkness. The Keyblade darkness.
Alright, so, oh wait, that's why I was here. I was changing this. Thank you all for your patience, by the way, with dealing with me through this. I appreciate y'all. Alright, but these are the stuff that can happen in future games, possibly. After this game, we're left with a lot of questions. I've written out some potential ones here you might have. But are there any questions from the chat or from the Corey? No? Chat? Excellent. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. So if you guys wouldn't mind just like hanging out.
You want to play a game, chat?
Would you have to play a game?
Something I did with my kids over the summer. Hold on, let me pull it up. We got a game called Walmart. So I would name a category, and the kids would race to tell me the first thing I said, or I'd name a category and I'd say a letter, the first letter of whatever's in that category, and they would race to name whatever it is. So like if I say, I'm thinking of a color that starts with R, they'll race to say red or whatever else begins with R. Oh gosh. I feel like I have so much control. I lied. We're not playing a game. I gotta make a phone call. Love y'all. Ooh, it's raining.
Hello. Where'd they go? Oh, sorry. I went to use the restroom. I think Corey had to take a phone call, so now we're just kind of taking a break for a bit. I love that there's still 6 viewers here. You guys are really committed to this, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Sorry about that.
You're good. No stress.
Forgot to let somebody know I made it back.
Ooh. Do you need to take a break? I said, do you need to take a break right
Oh, I'm
now?
good. I just called them for free.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is so
You
cool.
got a screen for that. I know I have a screen for that, but I want to leave this on screen. Okay. You're right. I should have got my other screen for that.
Oi.
Oh well, I forgot. I forgot. Anyway, so this was it for Kingdom Hearts 3 Chain of Memories. Now we're on to the big one.
The best.
The best one.
Oh my gosh, I love this game so much.
The one everybody loves the most. The one that has the objectively best gameplay. The one that has most. No, I was gonna say the most gut-wrenching story, but three really gets to you. All right, so. Yeah! Woo!
Oh my god, he's so cool.
Kingdom Hearts 2, released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2, and then remastered in 2007 for the PlayStation 3. And for this version, I will mainly be going over the final mixed one because it has more cutscenes and has boss fights that are really important and really cool. Corey's nodding. Y'all understand. Let's get it.
I've dropped hundreds of hours in this game.
You've hundreds?
This is the only one I've 100%ed.
You've 100% this? Oh my god. Alright. So. Everyone's here. We have Sora. We have Donald. We have Goofy. Riku. Mickey. Jiminy. We got some returning people. We got Kyrie. Maleficent. Naminé. Diggs. Axel. And who is that? Who is that young man? Let's talk about this young man who is also in my top 3 favorite characters. This is number 13, and his name is Roxas. And we love Roxas. He is a regular teenager living in Twilight Town that keeps having these odd dreams about people he's never seen before. He loves sea salt ice cream and skateboarding. Alright, we got some more people here. These are all, as you can assume, organization members. Organization 13 members, excuse me. That's Zemnis.
He's so hot.
He's so hot. Xemnas is number 1. He is the key villain in this game. He is the oldest of the nobodies and the wielder of the ethereal blades. Excuse me. You got number 2. That's Zigbar. He's the free shooter.
Oh man.
He appears throughout Sora's journey to provide cryptic exposition and gives off the impression he knows more than he lets on. You got Zaldin, number 3. He is sadistic and reveling in despair. You got Syax, number 7. He uses the power of the moon to enter a berserk rage where he mercilessly attacks opponents. He's also previously Axel's best friend. Not anymore, but he used to be. He kind of works as a second in command, alongside Zidbar. You got Demix, number 9. Dance, water, dance. He uses he uses come on, man. He uses a sitar to control water to fight in battle. He's not much of a fighter, but he's used as like an agent to kind of track Sora's progress throughout his journey. And you got Luxord, who in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind they call Luxord, but I don't like that. Luxord? No, Luxord. Luxord, he's number 5. He's often seen with a deck of cards in hand. And he has the power of time manipulation and will oftentimes trap party members in cards during his battles. Let's meet some more new people. What do you say? Let's meet Yen Sid, which if you look at his name backwards, you make it a surprise. He is King Mickey's Keyblade Master. Though since he's retired the title of Master and given up the way of the Keyblade, but he's the one that trained Mickey Mouse to use the Keyblade. He spends his time conducting research on the threats Sora, Donald, and Goofy face. You got Pete from the original Mickey Mouse cartoons. That's Maleficent's sidekick. He was originally banished from King Mickey's world. Wonder what that's about. And then you have the Twilight Town gang. These are just a couple of kids. I think I added them last minute because I didn't put them in my script. So that's Hayner, Pence, and Olette. Actually, in order, that's Pence, Hayner, and Olette. They are just a couple of kids that hang out around Twilight Town, the same town that Roxas lives in. And they're like a little group together. You know, they get ice cream, they play sports, they solve mysteries. You know how it is. Kids being kids. Here's some worlds. So we have some returning worlds. We have Olympus Coliseum that's been expanded. We have the 100-acre wood you get to go to. We also have some new worlds, such as the Pride Lands. And we have Port Royal from Pirates of the Caribbean, where you get to see scarily realistic, cartoony Jack Sparrow and William Turner.
They look pretty good for the time.
They look good for the time. And in Kingdom Hearts 3, they look incredible.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
they look great there. Truly. Anyways. Let's kick this off on a really weird foot. The first scene of the game is of 2 Cloakies. And they're in some kind of dark world. We don't really know where it is. One says to the other, "He looks a lot like you." And mind you, this is how the game opens. We get no context for this. He looks a lot like you. The world shifts in a series of scenes starring the Destiny trio from the first game, Sora, Donald, and Goofy play out. It's kind of like a VHS style where it's like kind of fuzzy looking. There's static lines being strewn across the screen, and the audio becomes jumbled, and the scene abruptly shifts to black. And it fades into a panning shot of a teenager's room. It is revealed that this blonde teenager is Roxas, the figure teased from Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. So, he looks out the window as the title card for Twilight Town is shown, the world where this boy lives. The 3 teenagers from the same secret ending are seen talking to Roxas at their secluded hideout.
Oh my god.
I forgot about this slide. I'm so sorry. Wow. I love Roxas. Sorry, guys. Profanity jump scare. Corey, do you agree? Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. So, basically, in order to get to this point, Roxas and his friends figure out that photos have been stolen from Twilight Town, so they each go to try to find out where the photos have gone. Roxas ends up in an old mansion on the outskirts of town. The same old mansion, you recall, that Vexen confronted Sora at in front of the previous game. Remember when he died? Whenever this happened and he burst into flames? Same mansion. Here he finds weird enemies that are undulating and cannot be affected by his normal,
Oh my gosh, it's so creepy.
they can't be affected by his normal weapon, which is the, is it a wiffle bat? No, it's a struggle bat. However, Roxas accidentally summons the Kingdom Key, which is Sora's key, and defeats these new enemies. Now, once they've been defeated, the Keyblade disappears, and all the photographs appear where the white figures once were. So these enemies he just fought for some reason just took all the town's photographs, which is very odd. And I would like to clarify here, a running theme of Kingdom Hearts 2 in this opening part is that we don't know what's happening. We don't know who Roxas is. And this is kind of made to reflect how he is feeling. Because he's experiencing all these new enemies, getting all these really weird flashbacks. He doesn't know what's going on, and we don't know him. So this kind of like bonds us to the character a little bit. It's just best to kind of roll with the confusion for the time being. Anyways, a week is spent following the day-to-day life as Roxas. Some days are more exciting than others, like they participate in like a tournament and win a trophy. Other days are like working odd jobs to collect some money. One day is dedicated to doing a class project, seeing as Roxas and his friends are on summer vacation. Yeah, they have school. Isn't that crazy? However, at the end of each day, before Roxas goes to sleep, a monotonous computer-like voice will announce an unexplained restoration percent, like 33% complete. 67% complete. During each following morning, Roxas will wake up to remember recapped events from Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories, which is very odd. So, during these days, he interacts with 4 very important characters. The first one is Diz. Let's see. Diz. So in some of these cutscenes, it looks like Diz is talking to a reincarnated version of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, which immediately like raises the question of like whose side is he on? Because he's friends with Riku and Mickey, so why is he talking to Ansem, Seeker of Darkness? It's very odd. Yeah, girl, do your thing. Diz also asks Roxas if he remembers Sora. But then before Roxas asks him any questions, he just kind of disappears. Roxas also intermittently runs into Naminé. So Naminé kind of stays at the old mansion he was just outside of in town. She says that Roxas and Sora are connected, that Roxas is half of Sora, and how Roxas was never supposed to exist. So she gets all like introspective on him and kind of dumps his mortality on him right there. But you also have Axel. Axel appears before Roxas. And Axel seems genuinely heartbroken that Roxas does not remember him. A flashback scene pops up of Roxas walking away from Axel saying, "Nobody would remember me." And Axel's like, "That's not true. I would." In fact, if I scroll back a couple of slides, you'll see that scene right here. So obviously they have some kind of history together that we have yet to learn about. But we will learn later on, I'm sure. Kairi. So we get a flash to Kairi. If you recall, Kairi is on Destiny Islands. And it looks like a little bit of time has passed, her hair's gotten longer. Kairi's totally fine. And she keeps accidentally telepathically speaking with Roxas. Roxas has a conversation with Kairi, recognizing her from his dreams as that girl he likes. After this interaction, Kairi writes a letter in a bottle to Sora and sends it off the coast of Destiny Islands in hopes that it'll reach him. So we got a lot going on. Now, with the inkling of knowledge that this world isn't real, Roxas explores the basement of the old mansion to find a relocated restoration chamber. It's later explained that in this chamber, it's explained that this chamber was moved to a safer location from Castle Oblivion to there, to keep close tabs on Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Jiminy Cricket. So in the basement of the mansion in Twilight Town is the Restoration Chamber. He moved it out of Castle Oblivion so they could be safer there and keep tabs on them. It's going to start getting kind of wacky in this game. I do apologize.
Everything goes straight to the wall.
Let me know if I get anything wrong. Please. Roxas has a flashback of his own memories while approaching the chamber, including that dual-wielding secret ending from Kingdom Hearts 1. It's revealed that the dual-wielded hooded Cloaky that was fighting Riku was Roxas, so the reason for their fight was still unknown. So this is Roxas right here, and he's fighting Riku. Well, right now they're fighting against Heartless, but they are fighting each other at one point. So, Roxas approaches this restoration chamber, where Donald, Goofy, Jiminy, and Sora are. As he approaches this, Diz explains how Roxas was basically a tool for Organization 13 and should have never became a person or gained a will. Because Roxas was so powerful in the hands of the organization, Diz and Ansem Secret of Darkness stored his consciousness in the Datascape world so he could be hidden away while Sora regained his memories. If that doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. You're so right. So Roxas is beyond frustrated at this point, telling Diz that he hates him. Actually, I think I'm just going to play this scene instead. Oh no! Ah! This is so sad. This is one of the heart-wrenching scenes. Hang on, I gotta look this up.
Imagine someone telling you, yeah, your life.
You shouldn't be here. You were actually an accident. You tried getting you aborted, but it didn't work. Okay, I'm pulling up a scene that is like iconic to the entire series because it goes from like the tutorial of Kingdom Hearts 2 to the actual gameplay, and it's come on, it's being so slow. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. You guys look great today. Everyone, drop your comments and talk about how nice Corey is. Talk about how delightful he is. How young he looks. How supple his teeth are.
They better be supple. Spent so much money on them.
On your teeth. Oh, you just spent a lot of money on your teeth. I didn't think about that. Okay, this first one should be.
I see how these chat.
He's so nice and looks young.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Hey, he's
Oh
not
my
single.
God.
Hey.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I would say I'm married, but I might get fussed at. Dirty.
Anyway, it's alright. While you get that, I'll change this over. You know, I'm kind of sad. I have some funnier videos in here later on. If I don't get to.
Where did I go?
Alright. Let's go here.
Oh my gosh, I can't like comments, I can only report them.
Get her ass. So, this scene plays out, which is the most gut-wrenching thing. That was actually part of the game. I'm sorry, no, I didn't see that coming.
play KH2 again.
God, it's so good.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Oh
so
my God.
good. Okay. Anyways, so that scene plays out. Basically, he sees Sora, who looks a little bit aged up from the last time we saw him in the last game. Roxas makes his final statement, looks like my summer vacation is over. The screen fades to white, and usually the opening title of Kingdom Hearts 2 is shown on the screen, and not fucking kill me. But I kind of like that better. Sora stretches and wakes from his restoration chamber. Donald, Goofy, and Jiminy Cricket are shown to be waiting right outside of Sora's chamber, having just woken up themselves. And they all hug and dance, aww. But they have no memory of Chain of Memories. When asked to check his journal, Jiminy Cricket finds just one thing written down: thank Naminé. It's a pity none of them remember who Naminé is. The party proceeds to leave the old mansion and explore the real Twilight Town, where they meet the odd new enemies that were shown earlier, which are these guys. These are the guys that Roxas was fighting. They're kind of like undulating little bodies. Sora, Donald, and Goofy find that the Restoration Chamber drained them of all their powers, and they aren't as powerful as they once were. About to lose to the oncoming threat, a small hooded figure suddenly appears to fight for them. He tells the party to board a magic train and leaves town. It's very obvious that this small hooded figure is Mickey Mouse, and this gives Sora hope that maybe, just maybe, Riku is nearby as well. Also, the three teenagers from earlier come up to Sora and they say goodbye, and they're like, we didn't really need you, but we feel, we hope you have a safe journey. And Sora starts crying, but he doesn't know why. He's just really sad to see these three guys. Oh, interesting. So they board the magical train, and they are taken to the mysterious tower, another world they aren't really familiar with. At the base of the tower, attempting to get in, is Pete, who is trying to turn the master of the tower into a Heartless so he can have control over the former Keyblade master. Upon hearing this, and upon hearing that this is where Yen Sid lives, Donald Duck, who is the court mage, is super excited and rushes to the top of the mysterious tower past Pete. Not even worried about him. This guy isn't even a threat.
Oh my gosh.
He's not. He's not. So the trio meet Yen Sid, who, if you recognize, is this guy. He's from The Sorcerer's Apprentice, short from Fantasia. That would be a fun piece to play.
Chat with Nick. Nick was talking about
Nick? Okay, bet. So, they learn that the worlds are still in danger after the events of the first game. Though the Heartless have drastically decreased in quantity, thanks to our trio here, a new enemy called a Nobody has arisen in their absence. So, if a person is composed of the heart, body, and soul, and a Heartless is the corrupted version of the heart, the Nobody is the corrupted version of the body. Though for some unknown reason, Nobodies didn't exist in Kingdom Hearts 1. It seemed like a strange new phenomenon. Isn't that kind of weird? Interesting. Yen Sid shows how the Nobody of a powerful person can take the form of the Somebody's original visage. So to the untrained eye, it would look like a regular person. The Nobodies Yen Sid shows also appear to wear black cloaks. So through this exposition, we learned that the Cloakies from this game and from Chain of Memories are Nobody members. So everyone in Organization 13 is a Nobody, meaning they're not actually people. So like Axel, Demix, Larxene, they're all Nobodies. They don't have hearts or souls. They're just the corrupted versions of their original bodies. Yen Sid believes the mission King Mickey was on in Kingdom Hearts 1 was to figure out what the organization was planning. And luckily, now he has Riku to join him in thwarting their efforts. With this, Yen Sid provides Sora with a change of clothes, his world-traveling ship, and sends the trio off to fight the new threats to the worlds. So Sora, Donald, and Goofy travel to old and new worlds to fight Disney villains, Heartless, and the Nobodies. Sora is still on a continuous mission to find Riku, who is nowhere to be found. It's also important to mention that in this game, while visiting Queen Minnie in Disney Castle, time travel is introduced. That's right. People think that was added on later on for no reason. Time travel was introduced in Kingdom Hearts 2 as the trio go to the Timeless River world where they meet classic King Mickey from the Mickey Mouse cartoons, Steamboat Willie. The Keyblade was great. This is why he was a Smash skin. Yeah, they got Mulan, Pirates, he's a lion here. And then we can go see Santa. On a visit to Hall of Ashton, the trio are formally reunited with King Mickey. The party discovers a picture of an older man on the Hall of Ashton computer, and Mickey recognizes this person as Ansem the Wise. This guy's name is Ansem the Wise. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are all confused, and they take Mickey to a different part of the castle, where there's a large portrait of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Now confused about the two entirely different people being named Ansem, the party listens as Mickey clears up the confusion. So, here's our two Ansems, Ansem the Wise, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. The man the party had previously fought wasn't actually a man, but a Heartless. The villain from Kingdom Hearts 1, who was voiced by Billy Zane, was a Heartless, named Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. It's kind of hypothesized that the reason he didn't turn into one of those creepy crawly black creatures was because he turned himself into a Heartless. So he was able to keep some of his original form. So this guy wasn't really Ansem. He just took his old master's name from this guy. So this is the original Ansem. This was actually once his apprentice. All the secret reports from the first game talking about how Ansem ran experiments on darkness, that wasn't the original Ansem, Ansem the Wise. That was Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, taking upon his master's old name to try to make him look bad. Mickey recognizes the portrait of the imposter Ansem and comments that it looks strikingly familiar to the leader of Organization 13, Xemnas. Very interesting. I wonder why. Riku and Mickey split up after the events of Castle Oblivion. Riku decided to stay nearby to protect Sora, and Mickey opted to adventure further out to find a way to take down the organization. So, with that confusion kind of out of the way, it's not quite all the way clear, but we're getting there. We're so getting there. The four go outside. Mickey, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. They go outside to fight a crowd of 1,000 Heartless, which is one of the best battles in the entire series. It's really fun.
It was really nice.
Meanwhile, a cutscene plays showing a Cloaky inside of Castle Oblivion looking over an abandoned pile of armor, while remarking how it's been far too long, and calling the armor a friend, which is kind of weird. This is one of those cutscenes that was added during the 2.5 Final Mix remake. Hate to bring up another video at this time, but I believe now it's time to show everyone's favorite video from Kingdom Hearts 2. One that I hope Google Drive has saved. Perfect. Okay. Now, I don't know if you know.
Is it the one with Winnie the Pooh?
It's not. It's not the one with Winnie the Pooh. I'm so sorry. Come on. I hope this is just as good for you. Pause for dramatic effect.
Look out! Goofy! no!
Hey, you're the kid's captain. You gotta get up.
Come on, wake up!
I'm sorry about the ice cream.
Goofy?
Goofy.
This is not happening. It can't be happening. It can't.
They'll pay for this.
I love this
Quick
game.
question.
Yes.
This is right before the Maleficent fight, right?
Yes, this is right before the Maleficent fight. This is
Right after Demix. No,
right before Dynex.
right before.
That is one of the best. Love the Donald war cry. It's so good. Oh, it's incredible. Yeah. So I have in my script here. Goofy dies, all caps. Sadly, he doesn't remain dead.
Oh my gosh, not the sad.
Sadly, yeah. Anyways, after they fought a lot of enemies, the leader of Organization 13 appears on a nearby high ledge and takes off his hood, revealing the face of Xemnas. Mickey Mouse, originally, immediately recognizes this guy. Not as the nobody of Ansem, but as one of Ansem the Wise's apprentices. So remember how I said that Mickey and Ansem were kind of besties back in the day? Well, during one of their meetings, one of his apprentices came in to ask him about the study of hearts and if he could continue his practice studying this. Oops, sorry. Yeah, Ansem the Wise tells Xehanort, this guy, that his answer remains unchanged and that experiments of darkness are far too dangerous to be performed. So now, we know that the original somebody of this guy is named Xehanort. Wow. When Xehanort stabbed himself with a keyblade, he gave his Heartless the name of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and his Nobody the name of Xemnas. For the purpose of this game, the Nobody and the villain is still Xemnas, but just know that the original guy is called Xehanort, right? Axel! Woo! He enters through a dark portal to Sora, Donald, and Goofy to tell them that he was forced to take Kairi as a prisoner, with the promise that nothing bad would happen to her. And right before Sora can fight him, or ask any more questions, Axel vanishes just as quickly. So, I mean, Axel really isn't a bad guy, right? Like, he helped Naminé escape.
Kind of just following orders, but then he doesn't follow orders, so he doesn't follow orders.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
He's just misguided.
Misguided. I wouldn't hire him as an employee. Like, he means well, but he's not going to listen to
He's
you.
gonna burn the store down.
He's going to burn. Got him memorized. Syax appears before Sora to explain Xemnas' plan. So, this is the plot that the Organization 13 is trying to achieve during Kingdom Hearts 2. Ready for this? This was really hard to summarize, by the way. Because nobodies have no emotions, mind you, they're just bodies, they have no hearts or souls, Xemnas concludes that they would become more powerful if they all obtained emotions, so they have strong ties to their desires. Xemnas believes that this is possible through creating a pseudo-Kingdom Hearts. So they're manufacturing a fake Kingdom Hearts to collect all these hearts so they can take them for themselves. By Sora defeating the Heartless, he's sending each of their defeated hearts to Xemnas' manufactured Kingdom Hearts. Xemnas wants to recreate Kingdom Hearts so the new one can be under his control and more easily manipulated to his will. So, they don't have emotions, they want emotions. If Sora doesn't fight the Heartless, the world becomes corrupted with darkness. But if he does fight the Heartless, he is just feeding into Xemnas' master plan. It's a win-win. After revealing this, Syax attempts to attack the trio, but they're intercepted by Maleficent, which is very odd. Maleficent tells the trio to flee. It appears as if she's not on Sora's side, but she's not working with the organization either. So she's kind of a, I don't want to say a wild card, but she's on her own team.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
What's that thing during an election where it's like not the Republican, not the Democrat?
Like independent.
Yeah,
party.
like the third party. She's like yeah. The Bernie Sanders, if you will. So, the trio flees, and they recover at the world of Hollow Bastion. I just gave you guys a lot. I expect only half of you, if not, to continue listening at this point. How are we feeling so far?
The same name is thrown around a lot.
Yes.
It means it's what, 3 different people at this point. It's 3 different people.
At this point, there's 3 different people that are Xehanort. You have Xehanort and some Seeker of Darkness and Zephyrs.
Oh man.
Chat, do you guys have any questions? Max, if you want to ask a question, you can make an account.
Dream Drop Distance. That's one I played on the 3DS.
Oh, that'll be the last one we're covering today. That's great. Make sure my notifications. Okay. Ken's asking me if I like Chapel Road. Obviously. People are liking my Instagram story, but I still only have. I have 4 viewers. 2 of you guys left. Ah!
Oh wait. Where are we now?
4 viewers.
Oh, okay. Twitch.
I'm thankful that Tarika is still watching, I think.
Love that girl.
And then probably Caleb is still watching. Grant's typing, so I'm assuming he's watching. Maybe.
The real ones.
The real ones, the OGs. Guys, we're almost through the 3rd game. This is great. And the games from here, I can't watch this stream. I'm going to my mom's, and oh, you have to go to the hospital to check on your grandma? Ugh. Excuse me. Alright, that's okay. Thank you, Grant. Alright, so. With all of this being summarized, let us continue. And mind you, this is just the halfway point. I know this is a lot. Hi, Nicole. Nicole's still here. You're such a real one. Nicole, I'm so excited to teach you about the future games. She was here for the first lecture. She already heard all of this, but she hasn't heard anything past Kingdom Hearts 2.
Do you want to play them?
Do you want to play them?
I think I have all the games that are playable at this point.
Let's start a Let's Play channel.
Oh my gosh.
You can just chill on this couch. No webcam needed. We'll just get the audio.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, for real?" I mean, probably for him, but
PlayStation was misplaced forcefully. So I have the games and nothing to play it on, so you can play them if you want.
we have a PS3. It's right there.
Well, why does I have one for a PS4? I
I think Grant just bought a bundle of PS4s. I think. That was Wooful.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I have to buy one off your hands. Wait, I still have to fix my 4 up. Oh, for real?
Well,
Oh, snap! You can't play it then.
you play one of them. Hang on.
I know someone who has it, I think.
The last game we're covering today is for the 3DS, Nicole, so it's perfect for you. Okay, continuing. Kingdom Hearts 2. Sora and the gang revisit one of the worlds they'd gone to, the Land of Dragons, which, in case you don't know, is Mulan's world. While in the Land of Dragons, there's a Cloaky that helps Sora fight off a horde of Heartless on the side of a mountain. And though we don't know who this Cloaky is, he has this Keyblade, which looks mighty familiar. Because if you don't know, this is what Riku's Keyblade looks like, which is pretty weird. Oh, also before this, Hollow Bastion is currently being restored to Radiant Garden through the Restoration Committee. That includes Squall Leonhardt, Aerith, Tifa, Yuffie, Cloud, Sid, and Merlin the Magician. Anyways. Sora, Donald, and Goofy return to Twilight Town's old mansion in order to get more info about Roxas. While there, they are jumped by a large crowd of Heartless, but Axel appears alongside them to help fight them off. Axel reveals the organization wanted Kairi so they could attract Sora to them. And Axel formally apologizes to Sora about kidnapping his friend. Axel is on the brink of death after their battle and claims that all he wanted to do was to see Roxas again. He was the only one I liked. He made me feel like I had a heart. Before he passes, Axel summons a portal for Sora, Donald, and Goofy to go through that leads to the world that never was.
Man. Favorite world. So cool.
It's so good. Immediately after landing in the new world, Sora is separated from Donald and Goofy by intimidating nobodies. But before Sora can fight them, a hooded figure appears before Sora and initiates a battle. So, there's this thing called Dive into the Heart. At the beginning of each game, each mainline game, you're put on a crystallized platform via stained glass. And this is meant to reflect the player character's inner will. From here you can choose if you want to specialize in like magic or strength. You can kind of decide who you are as a person. This is like the person's soul on display. So, Sora is transported into the Dive into the Heart of his own heart. But he's not there by himself this time. He is there by a hooded figure who is dual wielding. Sora fights this Cloaky, and the figure is one of easily the most difficult boss fights in the series thus far. He was added as a boss fight in the 2.5 Final Mix Remix, and he is a very challenging boss. Eventually, the Cloaky is knocked down to 0 health, and a flashback is shown. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking more and looking at the script more. Sorry about that in the future. Alright, so let's talk. A flashback is shown. As Sora stabbed his heart in the end of Kingdom Hearts, in order to return Kairi's to her own body, 2 hearts were released, his and hers. This means that 2 nobodies were created from these hearts, Roxas and Naminé. Roxas is half of Sora, and Naminé is a mixture of both because their hearts were joined when she was created. Because of the unique way Naminé's heart was released from within Sora, she has the ability to manipulate his memories, and the memories of those who spent a close amount of time with Sora. Usually, a nobody becomes the physical parallel of their somebody with all their memories intact. But because Sora was quickly turned back into a human after becoming a Heartless by Kairi, Roxas was created as an empty shell with no personality to him. The flashback here shows Roxas being created and being discovered by Xemnas, with no memory of who he is or what he's supposed to do. Xemnas recognizes Roxas as a Keyblade wielder, and so he invites him to join Organization 13. Also, this cutscene explains the nobody naming process. With the exception of Xemnas, all nobodies are the scrambled versions of their summoning's names with an X thrown into it. This is why Sora becomes Roxas, or Ienzo becomes Zexion. This is a sweet cutscene. Hopefully this will load. Oh, it's just going straight to YouTube. Perfect. Look at that.
Roll back from the airplane.
Alright, we're gonna let this load and I'm gonna eat a little bit because I'm probably gonna.
I'm probably gonna learn to cook out after or something.
I've had charcuterie before, but since it's only us, I think this is just gonna be my dinner for tonight.
It's kind of belt punchable.
Look who's finally awake. Axel. Or maybe I have it wrong. It might be time to sleep. Soon we won't be able to talk like this anymore. Does that mean
I hate this quality, but
time for me to go
I'm
back
mess
to
with
where I belong? You know, I've been thinking about something Naminé said.
gosh.
Roxas, are you really sure that you don't have a heart? Is it possible that we all have one? You, me, her? Or is that just wishful thinking? I don't know. I can't just look inside. Yeah, I guess not. But I figure if there is something in there, inside us, then we'd feel it, wouldn't we? And if so, no, never mind. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Sora will find the answer we're looking for. I know he will, because he's me. True enough.
Oh.
I'll try to make those.
We should.
I think Babish had a recipe.
Stay got it memorized.
Oh, I bet.
The day we met, and you got your new name, you and I sat right here and watched the sunset. Yeah. This place is home.
I love this game.
Hayner, Pence, Olette. We've shared a lot of adventures. You'll see them again. I know you will. Yeah. You're right.
Did he just pull that out of his cloak?
I
How is that possible not melting all over the place?
Sora's waiting for
It's the whimsy!
Yeah.
It's not the whimsy. Don't think too much about it.
It has special properties.
Special properties.
Man,
Have you ever had sea salt ice cream? You can just do that.
Oh man.
You tell me that if that spiky-haired man pulled out a popsicle, you wouldn't eat it? I know you, Nicole. I know the Genshin Impact characters that you like. You would take that man's popsicle any day of the week.
back at
She
you.
said nothing disappeared when he took a bite. Oh my god.
Stay out of it! I can't stand
Oh
her.
my gosh.
There
Oh,
he
it's so
is.
sad.
There he is.
You make a good mother.
Does this spot look familiar?
You make a good mother. What just happened?
Gosh, I don't know. You just disappeared. Then me and Donna had to fight some nobodies.
He said he defeated Riku. That guy in the black coat. Yeah,
That would be crazy.
you're right.
For the first time.
What?
I was like, people can't lose.
Means civilization 13. He must have been trying to trick you. Come on, let's just find a way to get into that castle.
Anyways. So, that entire scene and flashback happened all within Sora's head. He fought Roxas, who is now inside of him. Kyrie's inside me? Sorry, anyway. Anyways. Oh, also one more thing. After that battle, Sora is able to dual wield.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that.
No, I'm sorry. He's able to dual wield earlier than that once he gets his new outfits.
His
Because maybe he has like Valor form.
valor form, wisdom,
Yes.
throughout the other.
So after seeing him, that's one thing, but like, we didn't see him. He must have been trying to trick you. He must be tired. The disregard. I was just thinking.
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting. Anyways, so Sora's been able to dual wield within certain circumstances in this game, and I don't know, I just thought that. Anyways, what's happening here? So Kyrie has
His
That-
ultimate form, I think, is the one he dual wields in. No, because he uses his guns in the Valor form.
The outfit definitely impacts extra skills, for sure. The outfit, that just shows if you wear a good enough fit, you too can dual two swords. Wield two swords.
Wow.
Dual wield. There we go. So, Kyrie is shown in prison. When Naminé appears in a portal that Diz made. So, Kyrie comes to rescue... No. Naminé comes to rescue Kyrie. Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. No reason. Kyrie and Naminé make a run for it, but are intercepted by Syax. And he laughs at them for their naivete. A dark portal opens behind Syax, and a hooded figure emerges to dispel them. The organization member gets away, leaving the hooded figure alone with Kyrie and Naminé. However, Kyrie approaches the dark figure. She recognizes the voice that was spoken when the figure confronted Syax. And Kyrie pulls back the hood of the man to reveal Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. But she doesn't call this man Ansem. Rather, she calls him Riku. Though not explained in this game, it's easier to confront this sooner than later. The hooded figure in the Land of Dragons that helped Sora fight the Heartless was Riku. And the Ansem-looking man from the beginning of the game that was shown to be with Diz was also Riku. Let's think. Last we left Riku, he was experiencing some issues finding a balance between light and dark. When he was made a protector of Sora during his slumber, he committed to wearing a blindfold to genuinely get a feel of people's hearts rather than trust people by their looks. So he blindfolds himself. Riku battled Roxas in the secret cutscene because without Roxas, Sora would never wake again. So he's trying to kill Roxas so that way Sora can wake up. However, Roxas was powerful with his 2 Keyblades, and Riku was almost defeated by the Snow Bunny. So in response, Riku's body took the form... Oh no, I'm sorry. Because he was almost defeated by Roxas, Riku channeled the power of darkness to overtake him in order to rise victorious against Roxas. However, because of this, Riku's body took the form of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, because the darkness that lingered within him was used too quickly and overpowered Riku's being. Riku didn't know how to shift back into his original form, so everywhere he went, he continued wearing his hood up so he would not be recognized, and he decided to help Sora on his missions from afar. While Riku, Kyrie, and Naminé look for a way to escape from the world that never was, Kyrie becomes surrounded by a horde of Heartless. However, Riku gifts her with an unfamiliar Keyblade and tells her to use it well. Okay, we know where this Keyblade comes from now, but there was no context for this at the time. We had no idea. Do you know where this Keyblade comes from?
I do not.
Perfect, we will get there. During this session also. Mickey Mouse! Mickey battles his way through the world that never was and finds a barely conscious Diz on the floor, surrounded by nobodies. The king defeats the nobodies and helps up this mysterious man. And when Diz arises, his face wrappings are loosened. It is revealed that Diz is actually Ansem the Wise. That's why he sounded familiar to Mickey, because they were besties. Ah, okay. Ansem the Wise made his way to this land with a mysterious machine in hopes to correct the error of his and his apprentice's ways. Ansem also reveals that he knew Riku was himself back when he introduced himself as Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. He's just a smart cookie. Sora is reunited with Kyrie to hug it out. This is not him reuniting with Kyrie, by the way. Trust me, we're getting there. Sora only sees Riku as his appearance and thanks the man for aiding in Kyrie's return. Riku, unable to handle his best friend seeing him in this state, goes to step through a dark portal when Kyrie calls out to him by name, "Wait, Riku!" Kyrie calls out to an obviously confused Sora and has him and the appearance-shifted Riku hold hands. When Sora closes his eyes and becomes blind to appearances, just as Riku had when he was defending Sora, Sora feels Riku's connection to his heart and starts weeping over the reunion of his best friend. He's crying for Riku. He says, "Riku, oh Riku, I looked everywhere for you." fanfiction is this? This is exactly
And
why.
they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates. There's this Vine I was trying to find yesterday. It's like these two guys and they were like, oh, you just gotta tell her how you feel. Okay, I'll do that. And this girl walks in and she's like, oh, hey, Ron. Oh, hey. And like, it comes back to like the guy, he's like, you got a fat ass.
Oh my god.
I can't find the Vine anywhere. Anyways,
Oh my god.
sorry about it. So now like I'm just like, you got a fat ass. Together, the Destiny Trio, Donald and Goofy, go on to defeat the organization members. Ansem the Wise's mysterious machine blows up, destroying all the enemies in the area. And for some reason, Riku is returned to his original form. It's true. However, Ansem the Wise vanishes without a trace. I think it's theorized that the reason once Ansem the Wise's machine blows up, it kind of dispels all the enemies that the trio hadn't already defeated, and therefore it also kind of dispels all darkness in the area, meaning that it dispels some of Riku's darkness, or at least enough of it for him to shift back. Because he still has darkness in his heart that he chooses to wield.
So I have a question about this, because I didn't really get this part.
Go for it.
The organization members that you beat before in Chain of Memories
Yeah.
come back. You have to run a gauntlet fighting them at like their gravestones or whatever.
That's a database.
Cool.
Yes. There are final like boss fights of all the previous organization members, but they're saved in like a weird, because like they have like the Tron world in this. So
Oh no, not there.
well, no, but
Right before this scene. So you walk into a room that has like their gravestones, and you go to each one, and you fight, Lord, don't,
like Larxene, Marluxia, and Zexion, and
yeah.
Lexaeus.
And then you wait for, some of them might still be alive. Some of them were alive still. But some of the gravestones you can go interact with, and you get teleported to a spot and fight them.
I thought that was post-game.
Could be a final mix thing.
It might be a final mix thing.
So I was like, this is not the second, or, oh wait, that's spoilers for later.
No. I see what you're. I don't know. I can't give you a good answer on that. I can speculate, but I don't want to lie to you, so I'm not going to answer that totally.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Riku's back to normal. So the gang continue to defeat Xemnas. Once they get to the final point where it's just like the big boss battle, they decide that only Riku and Sora are going in so the rest can stay protected. But before they leave, Sora and Kairi say goodbye to one another, and Roxas and Naminé step out of their transparent forms to say goodbye to one another as well. So they all say goodbye to each other, and they can finally see like their other parts and stuff. Oh, Naminé is Kairi's nobody. I kind of like skimmed over that because I was reading this pretty fast, but I think you already knew that because you're a little smart cookie, aren't you? Sora and Riku battle against Xemnas and eventually defeat him, but take heavy damage in the process. When a blinding light is shown after the battle, Sora supports an injured Riku and walks towards it. The world where Sora and Riku walk into is the same world shown in the opening scene of the game, where the one Cloaky told the other he looks a lot like you. And this is revealed to have been Ansem the Wise telling Roxas he looks a lot like you, referring to Sora. This is the Dark World, or the Realm of Darkness. They're interchangeable, a place where corrupted hearts fall and remain for eternity. Sora and Riku bond over being the best friends the other could have, and they genuinely seem ready to accept their dark fates, so long as they're together. Here's another video, but you've seen this. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this. It's a pretty popular one. On the coast of the Dark World, a message in a bottle is seen. It's the same one that Kairi wrote to Sora in the beginning of the game. After reading this message in a bottle, he feels the connection to her heart, and this opens a portal of light. The first one seen in the series, not the last though. And Sora and Riku travel through it to find Kairi, Donald, Goofy, and Mickey waiting for them on the Destiny Islands. So it leaves off with all of them being reunited on the Destiny Islands, and everything's simple and clean.
Quick thing about the dual wielding earlier.
Go for it.
So you don't, well, you can dual wield in the final form, after your drives and everything. Your final form says you're able to dual wield, but you don't get that unlocked until after the Roxas fight. So you were right about being able to dual wield after you fight Roxas.
Okay. Okay. Secret reports. Ansem the Wise was the ruler of Radiant Garden when he found Xehanort on the brink of death. He was just lying down in the middle of the courtyard, unconscious. He nursed the young man back to life and offered him a job as his apprentice, especially since the man showed no memory of his previous life. Ansem debates doing tests of darkness on him, but the man exhibits extraordinary talents. Unable to control his dark experiments, Ansem's 6 apprentices continue performing dark trials on unwilling subjects. Ansem the Wise orders them to stop the studies and destroy the evidence, immediately guilty of his actions. Some of the evidence remained, and Ansem's close friend Mickey advised him to review the collected data before tossing it. Doing so revealed the initial fraud Ansem reports written by Xehanort. Like we said, all the experiments that were done in the name of darkness were actually done by Xehanort, not Ansem the Wise. The 6 apprentices were Xehanort, Bragg, Evan, Dylan, Alias, and Yenzo. And they ceased to be human through their experiments on themselves under Ansem's name. Ansem rejects the name entirely once Xehanort claims it, and plots revenge on his pupils for ruining his life, becoming darkness in the midst of nothing, or darkness in zero. The apprentices continue to make both pure blood from living hearts and synthetic, artificially manufactured, or emblem, heartless. Ansem learns to pass through dark corridors or portals as means of travel to not be seen by anyone. Ansem sets up a new lab on the quiet world named Twilight Town, where he observes in horror as nobodies of his former apprentices continue to wreak havoc. At this point, Ansem the Wise had heard of Sora and Kairi on his travels, the Keyblade wielder and the Princess of Heart, and he plots to break into Castle Oblivion once he hears Sora is being held there. While there, he meets Riku and Naminé, and an alliance is formed. Ansem laments his errors, but looks forward to the day of revenge. So this is, I say secret ending on the side, this is just the regular ending you get once you beat the game, I'm pretty sure. This is just showing Sora, Riku, and Kairi chilling on the edge of Destiny Island when they receive a message in a bottle from King Mickey. Now, this cutscene, I'm assuming you've seen it?
Oh, yeah. KH1, remember that secret boss fight at the end with the lightsabers? Xemnas.
Yes.
That was the final fight in this game.
And so there was also a secret boss in this game called the Lingering Will. I'll just excuse me, I'll just spell this one out. This secret ending is called Birth by Sleep. It shows an old man walking through a Keyblade graveyard toward 3 armored Keyblade wielders. One of these sets of armor looks very familiar because it was a set of armor that the Cloaky was talking to earlier and called Old Friend, the one that was discarded on the ground. Another warrior's armor is seen as a secret boss of Kingdom Hearts 2, objectively the hardest boss fight of the series, and is called the Lingering Will. Through the events of this cutscene, the old man and his masked accomplice battle these 3 Keyblade warriors. The blue armored warrior is revealed to belong to a young woman with blue hair. While the old man fights the Lingering Will armored man, the final Keyblade warrior, the yellow one, is shown with his helmet smashed and falling into the woman's arms. This warrior's face is identical to that of Roxas. The final scene of the cinematic is of Kingdom Hearts itself appearing over the battleground, with the figure of Mickey Mouse panning into frame. So, this is as far as we got in the previous lecture. Here are the seeds sown for future games. Corey, how are you feeling so far? Great.
I'm feeling amazing.
I'm so excited to get into the next game. I'm going to get another drink real quick. Would you like anything?
I'd like to get that.
Go for it, yeah.
Oh, Birth by we still got a bit before we get there. I'm hush.
Yeah, we're going to do Coded, and then 358, and then Birth by Sleep.
I was not a fan of coded or recoded.
No matter what David says, he's not here to defend it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, am I right? It's on the right? It is.
Ken, how we feeling? Have the chat spam cat jam. Nicole, are you ready to get back into this? This is where we picked up from. Okay. Let me check my notifications. What did you send me? I counter with Genshin Cannon popsicle character. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Is he eating sea salt ice cream? We only have 3 viewers. That's okay. That's alright. That's okay. That's alright. Oh, Lord.
So when I went to a takeout spot up in New York,
Yeah.
and they were selling dollar boxes of Thin Mints. It was crazy. I was wondering what happened to them.
There's no way.
That's what I was like, how?
How?
I wonder if somebody like, if they're like,
Rob the Girl Scout?
literally, I didn't understand it. I wonder if somebody like stole them, sold to them for cheap, and then they sold them for like $1 a box.
Oh my gosh.
There's
no way. Alright, so excellent news. I have a board up here with all the games we're covering. So even though we just covered the first 3 and it took 2 hours, these next games are going to be a breeze.
Yeah.
Coded is really easy. 358 is pretty easy. Birth by Sleep sets up a lot of really good stuff going forward, and I figured Triple D is a good place to stop because it also sets up a lot of really good stuff. So, from here should be a breeze. I'll get you going home soon.
You want any more?
I'll just take one for now. Sure. Alright. Kingdom Hearts Coded. Released in 2008 for mobile phones, later re-released in 2010 for the Nintendo DS and remastered for the PlayStation 3. Woo! Alright. These are characters. Donald, Goofy, Mickey, Jiminy, Maleficent, Peep. You may notice no Sora. That's crazy. That's because we have Data Sora. And we have Data Riku. So Data Sora is controlled by Mickey Mouse and is a data version of our lead protagonist. Data Riku is an avatar of Jiminy's journal made to help guide Sora throughout its contents. Alright. We have a lot of worlds. Very nice. Once again, we're using some worlds from Kingdom Hearts 1. Simple. Clean. This is only 1 page of plot. I'm so excited for this. After the events of Kingdom Hearts 2, Jiminy Cricket wants to investigate his journal with the only written words being thanked nominee in the back. However, he turns the page to see another line he does not remember writing. Their hurting will be mended when you return to end it. So, because of this ominous message, King, Mickey, and Jiminy create a digital version of the journal back at Disney Castle to better explore it. And they create Data Sora alongside it so the book can be explored from a first-person perspective. The journal is revealed to have been corrupted by an unknown force, leaving the worlds of the book near unexplorable with red and black bugs and digitized Heartless. Those cubes are bugs, by the way, in case you didn't know. Data Riku is manifested as a representation of the journal, and is willing to help Data Sora clear out the bugs in order to restore himself to his previous state. Alright, so for clarification, Data Sora is Mickey, Data Riku is a journal. Neither of them have any ties to real Sora or real Riku. But there is real Donald and real Goofy, and they get teleported into the datascape to aid Data Sora. Mickey debugs the journal from the outside after pulling Donald and Goofy out safely, and guides Data Sora to the final hidden world of the game, Castle Oblivion. Riku is still infected with bugs because they were pointedly affected. Oh man, that's a really good line too. It's a video, but this is all there is. It's Sora saying, "Mickey, it's Riku. They put bugs in him." And then Mickey goes like, "What?" Data Sora discovers that Naminé was the only one... Naminé was the one who left the original 2 messages. The first message, "Thank Naminé," is pretty cut and dry. It's revealed that the second message ties Sora's heart to Roxas, Axel, and 4 other figures that have not been seen before. Mickey reports his findings on a piece of paper and sends it off in a bottle to Destiny Islands, where he finds Sora, Riku, yada yada yada. That's the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2. Anyways, Mickey and Yensa discover the whereabouts of the 3 lost Keyblade wielders. 3 folks named Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. Also, Yent shares that once somebody's Heartless and Nobody are destroyed, the original person comes back. There's a secret ending. It's nothing crazy. It's just a young Xehanort talking to, I think, Greg, which is like original Zigbar from the organization. Anyways, seeds sown for future games are right here. I would like to also say, do you like it? I'm glad you like it. I would also like to say that in this discovery, I kind of glossed over it because I thought I'd expand on it more, but I didn't. Naminé said that Sora's heart has ties to Roxas, Axel, and 4 other figures. She does not say who those 4 other figures are, but there's some kind of tie between Sora's heart and 4 people.
Which is crazy.
Oh, and this is the Mark of Mastery. This is like the big test deciding if you're a Keyblade Master. They want Sora and Riku to take this because they haven't saved the world enough, I guess. Anyways, explain 358 over 2 days.
Oh my gosh, I played Birth by Sleep too.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you? No.
I didn't like the switch up.
You didn't like it?
I did appreciate... Oh, I'll wait till we get there and I can talk about it after.
Okay, let's go over this one real quick. This one's also pretty short. 358 over 2 days was released in 2009 for the Nintendo DS, and it features our baby boy.
Did I?
Alright, here's all the guys we
I
know.
didn't play this one.
What?
Hold on. I didn't play this one. We'll get to the one I played.
You did play this one or you
I
did?
did not.
Okay.
I got mixed up with something else.
You're good. In this game, we have returning characters. As shown here, we have Naminé, Diz, Organization 13, more Organization 13, more Organization 13, and Riku with the blindfold, and this pretty lady. We've never seen her before. She's our one new character in this game, and her name is Xion. Have you heard about Xion? You have?
I watched the cutscenes.
Oh, okay. Xion is number 14 of Organization 13, and she is known as the backup plan. All the worlds are the same recurring as you may have been used to. And like I said, this game, fairly short, to the point. We're just going to go through it. Mainly, the only thing here we're going to cover that's important is Roxas's backstory, his connections with Axel, and who Shion is. So, the game starts near the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, with Sora stabbing himself with a Keyblade in order to free his and Kairi's joined hearts. From here, Roxas is created in Twilight Town and taken under the wing of Xemnas, the leader of Organization 13. Xemnas is beginning to create his pseudo-Kingdom Hearts by collecting the hearts from different worlds. So he sends out members of Organization 13 in pairs to collect as many hearts as possible. Roxas is paired with Axel as his first partner, though Roxas eventually has interactions with everyone. And these two have a really good time together. They really enjoy their time together. When they're not working, they spend time together on top of the Twilight Town clock tower and eat sea salt ice cream while watching the sunset. Ah, made me a freak. Made me a freak like that.
Dangling off the edge of a clock tower eating ice cream together.
Does 358 over 2 days just mean 179 days? No, Caleb, very good question. I will explain the meaning of the name at the end of the game, but there is a reason why this is named the way it is. Also, thank you for still being here. I appreciate it. You're amazing. I'm playing Power World with him right now. He's really cool. He's a very good guy. Dude, it's so much fun. Okay. They watch the sunset romantically. After a period of time, long enough for Roxas to get adjusted to his new life, a 14th member is introduced. And her name is Shion. She looks to be about Roxas's age, and she wields a Keyblade, which is pretty wacky. So she's also a Keyblade wielder. Remember in the first game how there was only like 2.5 Keyblades, and now there's like, what, the one that Kairi got, Riku's new one, Roxas has a Keyblade alongside his. Shion has some kind of Keyblade. It's crazy. It's wild. Roxas pairs up with Shion for world missions, and the two also become pretty good friends. This is known, we have the Destiny Trio, which is Sora, Riku, and Kairi. They become known as the Sea Salt Trio. They are the Twilight Town Trio, and they're a cute little trio. However, their friendship is put to a halt when Roxas falls into a coma for weeks, apparently out of nowhere. Now, it's later revealed that Roxas's coma lined up with the events of Castle Oblivion, encoded and recoded. And his coma happened at the same time Sora went under sleep to regain his memories. Also, it's hinted at this game that Marluxia, Larxene, Vexen, Lexius, and Zexion were all killed at Castle Oblivion. But it's not revealed who kills them. So they know they're gone, but they don't know it's Sora. Once Roxas awakens from his coma, he just spends more time with Axel and Shion. The thing is, he starts seeing some of Sora's memories and starts to question his existence entirely. Also during this time, Sora's body is moved from Castle Oblivion to Twilight Town by Diz, as shown in the secret reports from 2.5. Riku, who is now blindfolded, mind you, confronts Shion about her existence. Also, the significance of Riku's blindfold is revealed here because he can be blindfolded to rely more on his heart than on his vision, and, you know, all that stuff is just kind of shown here. Shion is told she is an imperfect replica of Roxas created by Vexen from Sora's leaking memories, in case Sora, who Xemnas intended to use as part of Organization's plans, turned out to be of no use. So, she's a copy of Roxas who is a backup for Sora, so she's a backup's backup. In order for Sora to return to life, he will now need the memories of not only Roxas, but also Shion. So, realizing that without her and Roxas' memories, Sora will never wake up. And Shion feels really bad for this. She's like, this is just like an innocent 14-year-old, 15-year-old, and he's not waking up if I'm still here. So she tricks Roxas into killing her.
It's crazy.
It's very sad. And in the process of killing her, because she was never actually a person, she was just a copy of a copy, whenever she dies and her body fades, Roxas has no memory of her. Neither does Axel, neither does anyone else. She is the forgotten hero. Truly. And Roxas remains crying over nothing. The events of Kingdom Hearts 1's secret ending play out. Roxas and Riku battle each other. you know, him being blindfolded, Roxas dual wielding, all that kind of stuff. During this, yeah, what's up?
I remember something weird happening. I don't remember all the details of it, but I remember when she was able to wield the Keyblade, eventually Roxas wasn't able to. He lost like that ability to, and somehow got it back, and it was like, it was a whole weird thing with that.
I don't know.
I got to watch that.
I don't know about that. We have to look into that. Anyways, yes, so during that battle, whenever Riku loses control of himself to the darkness, he defeats Roxas. Roxas is put into a coma. Riku brings Roxas to Diz to upload him to the digital Twilight Town. This is where Diz creates false memories for Roxas to fall back on. And this is when Roxas thinks he's just a regular teenager in Twilight Town on summer break. And whenever Axel comes by, he looks so sad whenever Roxas doesn't remember him. It's because now Roxas has all these fake memories from the organization, and they're still in love. The final scene of this game is Roxas in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, wondering what the day will hold. Now, Caleb Morgan, this is for you. The game is called 358 over 2 days because Sora was unconscious for a year. Therefore, Roxas was alive for a year. Roxas spent 7 days in the digitized Twilight Town, meaning the other 358 days were spent in the organization. And Sora's memories were split between 2 people during that time, Roxas and Shion. So it's 358 days over 2 people. Where's Corey? Oh, Corey's sitting on the edge right here. Sorry.
Yeah, I was drinking and eating. Oh, that's good.
Oh, no, you're good, you're good.
I'll get back in the camera shot.
You're good. Yes, so that's why the game is called that. That's easily one of the more fun titles. I say it's my second most favorite title. We'll get to my third most favorite in tomorrow's lecture. As a final side note relating to the plot, this game introduces co-op multiplayer, with 19 total characters being playable, which is pretty cool.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, this one, like I said, pretty short. Seed sown for future games. I love them. They're idiots. Demix is known as the idiot in the community, and he's also possibly the final main villain, which is hilarious. Yeah, people like him and Zexion together. Moving on to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
So I did play Birth by Sleep.
You did play this
I
one.
played 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
I played Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS.
Okay.
I did play Chain of Memories because I didn't like how they switched the cards.
Okay.
I played this one and I wasn't a big fan of how they changed the gameplay a little bit to how you switch, or you can switch between people, and everyone has like different builds, kind of.
Yeah.
Like Terra was like bigger, stronger.
stalker,
Aqua had more,
yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Okay.
But yes, I think I got my head straight now.
This one is probably my favorite in terms of lore. This trio is easily the most awkward, but they're each their own developed people, and they each have their own arcs.
Aqua is so cool.
Aqua, yes, Aqua is my third favorite character in the top 3. So, we have some returning folks here. We have Mickey, Jens, and Maleficent, and that's about all we see of people that we remember. There's a few other side characters, like Pete's there for a little bit, but he's whatever. Instead, we're going to focus on the fun people. Aqua! This is Aqua. Oh, by the way, all these 3 right here, they're all Keyblade students. They're all training to be Keyblade masters. So Aqua's 20 years old. She is more of the strategic Keyblade wielder, very powerful in like magic spells. She's the blue-haired gal from the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 2. She's wearing the blue armor, the same armor that Xehanort was talking to. Sorry, Xemnas was talking to. This is Terra. Terra is about 21 years old. He is powerful in physical strikes. He's not the smartest guy in the class, I guess, but he means well. He's just easily swayed, I guess.
Right.
Yes. And this is Ventus. Ventus is the youngest student here. He bears a Sorry, I have his age stricken out because his age is actually a spoiler for one of the mobile games. You'll learn about that.
I didn't dive too deep into the movie.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
So I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna love it. Okay. He bears a striking resemblance to Roxas, though he acts kind of the opposite. Roxas was very like on his guard and edgy and angry all the time. Ventus is very like aloof and like open to his emotions. Yeah. But he's very powerful and quick attacks. All right, check out these new people too. Master Xehanort, a crinkly ass old man. At one point, he was voiced by, I believe in this game it was Leonard Nimoy, who is the original Spock from Star Trek. He's a master of the Keyblade. He's about 80 years old, and he's a Keyblade wielder who keeps the focus in the forces of darkness. This is his best friend, Master Ericus, who is voiced by Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker. He is the teacher of Terra, Aqua, and Ven, and he's a stern but kind father figure for his students. This is Vanitas. Vanitas also wields a Keyblade, but he's more like an anti-hero. He is the apprentice training underneath Xehanort, and he has a weirdly familiar voice. Weirdly familiar. Ansem the Wise. We've seen him, but we never actually met him. So he's the ruler of Radiant Garden. And then Braig is not an apprentice of Ansem the Wise, but rather he is a castle guard for Radiant Garden, and he's the somebody of Zigvar. I think that's all the important people. We get a few new worlds here. We get like Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White, Deep Space. We get to meet Stitch. It's pretty cool. All right. Yes, Keyblade Graveyard, very important. All right. So, like Corey mentioned, this game splits the gameplay into 3 different main characters, so Aqua, Terra, and Ven. As far as this plot summary goes, I'm going to try to put this in chronological order. So it's not going to be by like this trio, like this guy experiences this and this girl experiences this. It's going to be all in order. So
that's you can kind of spoil yourself if you play it in a certain order.
Right.
That was always weird.
Right. It's yeah. It has like a recommended difficulty. Like it has a recommended route you start with, but like yeah. All right. So years prior to the events of the primary story, Masters Ericus and Xehanort had a falling out regarding their views on Keyblade wielding. Ericus believes the wielders should only focus on the power of light, but Xehanort believes that darkness must be actively sought out to bring balance to both sides. So they kind of depart ways, both frustrated at each other, but they trained together when they were students. This is just like a fight that they had after years not seeing each other. Their beliefs kind of changed. Xehanort wants to witness the true Kingdom Hearts himself, but has been told this is only possible through a battle between light and dark. With this in mind, he trains a new apprentice named Ventus. So Ventus was originally Xehanort's student. I forget where. Okay, I didn't indicate where I should switch slides here, so I'm going to be in the dark a lot. Xehanort wants the perfect clash between light and dark, so he cleaves Ventus's heart in 2 halves, a light half and a dark half. Ventus, now a being of pure light, is extremely weak and immediately collapses after the process. His body is taken to Destiny Islands by Xehanort, who has every intention of leaving the boy there to die. Suddenly, a dive into the heart reveals that Ventus was saved by a newborn soul. The soul, just a small light, travels along the darkness to its new body when it stumbles across Ventus on the brink of life. The soul offers a piece of itself to Ventus to heal, and the 2 hearts are connected as Ventus unconsciously summons a Keyblade. After the comatose body summons a Keyblade, Xehanort is shocked to see that the boy is alive, and immediately takes him back to Master Ericus. He tells his old friend that he's unable to continue training this student after an accident happened that caused him to lose his memory. So Master Ericus and Xehanort reconcile, and Ericus takes in Ventus as his own new pupil. Years later, Aqua and Terra are shown to be best friends to Ventus and like older siblings. These three are known as the Wayfinder Trio. These are little wayfinders. Aqua made these for each of them, and they're fashioned after a fruit she's heard about in stories that's found on Destiny Islands, which is very sweet. But as long as they have their wayfinders, they can find their way to each other. Okay. Aqua and Terra are set to take the Mark of Mastery exam. Because, like I said, they're a little bit older than Ventus, they're like about 20, maybe 21. The exam is proctored by Master Ericus, and he's invited Master Xehanort to judge the exam with him. But through the power of darkness, Xehanort manipulates the exam so that Aqua passes, but Terra does not. Terra's heart is shown to have too much darkness, and him failing the exam only adds to his lack of control. So now Aqua is Master Aqua. Shortly after the exam is finished, Ericus reports that a new threat has been released unto the worlds, the Unversed. Since Heartless weren't made yet in the timeline, the Unversed in this game is like the equivalent to them.
Twitchy ways.
Yeah, they are little twitchy boys. The Unversed are spawned from Vanitas, a being of pure darkness. They're called Unversed because the small creatures are unversed in life, hence resembling death and destruction. They don't know how to act. They're like toddlers. You ever met a 2-year-old? That's just an Unversed. That's just what it's, yeah, what do you think being like those like monkey backpacks with like the tail leash and you can like take them to the zoo? Yeah, you get it. I can't believe they got Leonard Nimoy across from Mark Hamill. Dude, I know! It's crazy. They both do an amazing job too. I think someone else really good voices Xehanort once Leonard Nimoy dies. They get like 3 different actors for Xehanort, but they're all like top tier actors. I was very surprised. Anyhoozle, Xehanort sidebars Terra while Ericus speaks to Master Yensid about the Unversed. So while the masters are talking about what to do about this new threat, Terra's kind of being by himself, and Xehanort's like, maybe you should embrace the darkness and learn how to control it to be a Keyblade Master. Then the master follows this by vanishing through a dark portal, which is something only bad people do.
So, big red flag.
Big red flag, but Terra doesn't know that. Terra's like, oh wow, maybe I should control the darkness, yeah. He's definition himbo. He's himbo of the century, and we love him. Anyways, with these Unversed popping up on different worlds, and Xehanort is nowhere to be seen, Ericus becomes kind of suspicious of his little friend. But, anyways, Terra is sent off to find Master Xehanort. Is that right? Yeah. Terra is sent off to find Master Xehanort and to defeat any and all Unversed he comes across. Simple enough. Ventus, who I'll be calling Ven, is told to remain at Land of Departure, the world where he's from, because he's just a little boy. However, Vanitas, Xehanort's apprentice, talks to him and is like, you should go follow Terra in case he needs help. So Ven leaves. Ven does not listen to his master. He listens to this random guy in a biker helmet and goes off to find Terra. So now, out of 2 apprentices, Master Ericus is like, Master Aqua, can you please go get Ventus home and keep an eye on Terra? Because you're the responsible one. So, all 3 of them are bouncing between Disney worlds. And you can take turns with each of their stories, and you're each doing their own thing. But as Aqua and Ventus travel, they hear rumors from the Disney villains about how Terra has unknowingly aided them in their dastardly deeds. Which is true. He accidentally like seals Sleeping Beauty's heart.
Yes.
And he like, I think he's like staged as the hunter that like tries to take Snow White's heart. And he's just like accidentally doing all this shit for the Disney villains. And it's so stupid. He's just a stupid little guy.
He just left and right keeps messing up things.
He is so messy. Well, because like the villain stage is like, oh well, I want to help this person, but oh I have to do this, and Terra's like, oh well, I'll do it for you. If it's for the good. He's very gullible. He's a very gullible young man. But the three of them meet up at Radiant Garden, where a schism is formed regarding Terra's true intentions, Aqua's loyalty, and Ventus's safety. So they each are like, you should return home to each other, even though none of them are returning home. They are not helping each other. But while they're at Radiant Garden, the three also make some new friends, which is great. Ventus meets Lee, who is somebody to Axel. So him and Axel are friends now, which is weird because Ventus looks just like Roxas. So maybe part of the reason why Axel liked Roxas is because of Lee's memories of Ventus. Interesting. Terra meets Mickey, who's a training Keyblade wielder under Yen Sid, as previously stated. And Aqua meets Kairi. Kairi is a young girl who Aqua protects from the Heartless. And in order to protect her, Aqua bestows a protection spell onto Kairi. Though unbeknownst to her, this protection spell also grants her the ability to wield a Keyblade. For some reason. Anything to add to that? I'm hoping you have some kind of knowledge that I don't here.
I was watching a theory about Kingdom Hearts, and it said we saw like a rapid session of a bunch of people get Keyblades. It said one of the things that they need to check off to be able to wield a Keyblade is to have an interaction with a Keyblade wielder.
Yes.
I forgot what the other two things he said was. But in my mind, I was just like, dang, so is that why once he got it, then they got it, and all these people started getting them?
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Because what you said about, like, I mean, spoilers.
Yeah, that's
what okay, I didn't
like,
think about that.
Because I was just like, before, we would have never seen
No.
But then suddenly, after he's like on the island, well, before he got to the island, I don't know if it's his connection to black-haired sword girl. Shion and Roxas. I don't know if it was because of that connection or the time he spent with Kairi when he kidnapped her and everything, or the run-ins he had with.
Ah, that is so interesting. Please find that video and send it to me. That'd be incredible. All right. Anyways, so they meet up with their new friends. Also, Aqua may or may not have given Kairi the ability to use a Keyblade, which is why she's able to wield it in Kingdom Hearts 2. Anyways. So one of the worlds that Aqua and Terra find themselves venturing to is the Destiny Islands, where they each meet young versions of Sora and Riku. Aqua senses strong ties between the two and encourages them to keep that connection going forward. Terra sees great potential in Riku, and Terra bestows upon him the ability... Oh, I forgot to change slides a while ago. Oh, there's Lee. There's young Axel. He's cute. And there's his old best friend, Issa, who's Sayax. And there's Apprentice Mickey. Young Kairi.
What happened to her grandma?
You're good. You're good. I don't think anything is said about her grandma.
I just know she was in there for a bit, and they said something about her, something happening to Radiant Garden.
There was nothing about her grandma specific though.
Like, like if something happened to Radiant Garden, that's where she was staying. Where'd she go?
Right.
We don't see her in the future games, or even
there's a reason why she got to Destiny Islands. That'll be explained. Anyways.
Is it a mobile game thing?
No.
Oh.
A rhythm game thing.
Oh, Melody of
Memory. Yeah. Anyways, Terra senses great potential in Riku and gives him the ability to use the Keyblade when the time is right. So that's why Riku was originally bestowed with the Keyblade and then had to fortify it to give it to Sora once he became corrupted by darkness. Of course! My throat is hurting. We've been going at this for almost 3 hours.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Anyways. Here's our halfway point, and here is Terra gearing up to use Kung Pao Penis. You can name your attacks. You can name your attacks in this game.
I didn't get to that point.
You didn't get to Kung Pao Penis?
No, that's where you can name your things.
Oh my gosh.
I had to unlock moves, and I was like, oh, this is so dumb. I mean, you have to do that in most of the games, but this one, they're like, oh, you can have all this,
and you have
but you can't use it yet.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. I was like, bro, nobody show me.
Alright.
Ah, here it is. Are you going to send it to your play now?
Send it to me, for sure. Alright. Ventus encounters Xehanort, where the old master reveals that he and Vanitas were made to clash in order to form the Key Blade. Okay, not a Keyblade, the Key Blade. So the Key Blade is an all-powerful Keyblade that can only be summoned by an equal clash between light and darkness. And it's spelled with the Greek letter Chi, which they pronounce as Key in this universe. So I could call it the Kai Key, but it's just more fun to call it the Key Blade. Ventus doubts the word of Xehanort and goes to the land of departure to confront Ericus for the truth. He's like, Ericus, no way! Am I just a weapon being used to create the ultimate weapon? And Ericus is like, yeah, you are. And because you were part of Xehanort's grand plan to summon the ancient Keyblade, I'm sorry, kid, but Ericus positions himself to strike Ventus unconscious. So the fated clash can never happen. And so Xehanort can never get the fated Keyblade. However, right as he's about to strike down Ventus, Terra shows up thinking that Ericus is going to kill them. So Terra brings Master Ericus to the point of near death, and Master Xehanort teleports to deliver the final killing blow. For the first time in this series, someone fucking dies. For good. We think. Dies. With Ericus fading into the wind as particles, and Terra realizing his grave error, Xehanort instructs the young man to meet him at the Keyblade graveyard for their final duel. During the battle between Ericus and Terra, Ventus ran off in fear for his life and came face to face with Vanitas. Nope, that's whenever Xehanort kills him. There we go. So, knowing their fate and not wanting anyone else to get hurt, they agreed to meet in the Keyblade graveyard for their final clash. Meanwhile, Aqua, she's just having a good time. Aqua's just vibing with Mickey and finds her way to Yensid. She learns about the light versus dark prophecy that Yensid tells her about, and she learns about Ericus' death, so she also goes to the Keyblade graveyard to meet up with her friends. So the three unite at the Keyblade graveyard, and they forgive each other for all their behaviors and actions. They summon their Keyblade armor, something that students are granted during their training, and the hidden cutscene from before the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 plays out. Before the fighting starts, however, Xehanort reveals his end goal: to summon the Keyblade and Kingdom Hearts, and to start another Keyblade war. So the Keyblade war it's going to be expanded upon in the mobile games. But right now they're in the Keyblade graveyard, which is where like the war took place, and there's like thousands of Keyblades like all scattered about from like dead Keyblade wielders. So the fight begins. Ventus is immediately attacked with an ice spell from Xehanort, leaving him frozen on the battlefield. Aqua immediately sets out to attack Xehanort, but is thwarted by Braid, who is Xigbar, leaving him. I'm sorry. Vanitas intervenes. There we go. Braid in the background has also been seen like helping Xehanort on his mission throughout Terra's storyline. He works as a guard to Ansem's lab and stuff, so he's been here. It's not just him popping up. Thanks to the intervention, Xehanort is able to battle one-on-one against Terra. Xehanort reveals he's been manipulating Terra's heart, leading it to become more susceptible to dark influences. In the battle between the two, Terra releases a particularly powerful dark attack. This attack was so strong, in fact, that Terra's Keyblade armor breaks off his body and leaves the wielder in a very vulnerable state. Xehanort deems his corrupted heart powerful enough to possess, stabs himself with his Keyblade, and sends his released heart into Terra's body. Terra's hair transforms to white as Xehanort takes over Terra's cognitive functions. So, here's a great retcon, okay? So you remember how Xehanort was found in Kingdom Hearts 2 in the courtyard of Radiant Garden, But it wasn't like 80-year-old Xehanort, it was like 20-year-old Xehanort. That was him possessing Terra. That was Terranort. It was Terranort the entire time. So the player base has called this version of Xehanort Terranort. And this is the first case seen of something called a Norting. Are you familiar with Norting?
Yes, it's gonna happen.
Yes, Norting is going to happen a lot in the future. I'm thinking of one particular thing in Dream Drop Distance.
He was like, wait a minute.
So Norting is whenever Xehanort puts a part of himself in someone else. And lots of characters will be Norted going forward. This is the first instance of it, though. You see his eyes turn white, his eyes turn yellow, his hair turns white, and his ears get long. Those are all symptoms of Norting. Get your Nort vaccine at a pharmacy near you. When Xehanort studied the darkness during his time as a Keyblade wielder, he discovered that he could insert a piece of himself into another person, willing or not.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. In this instance, you could say Terra has been possessed or Norted. So with Terra's body stripped of choice and his heart held captive, Terra's soul persists, and the reanimated, disheveled Keyblade armor forms the Lingering Will. This is the final boss of Kingdom Hearts, not the final boss, the secret boss of Kingdom Hearts 2. It was not Terra, it was Terra's armor all along. And this is the one part of the series that I can think of where like the soul actually does something. So the heart and the body were taken over by Xehanort, but the soul in this case didn't just go away. It took over the Keyblade armor. Yes. So the Lingering Will of Terra fights to take back his body from Master Xehanort's control as the battle between Aqua, Vanitas, and Braig rages below. Ventus finds the strength within to thaw out his body and to aid Aqua in battle, immediately going after Vanitas. The fight between the two leads to Vanitas' physical form disappearing, just as he attempts to take over Ven's body from the inside. So just how Xehanort took over Terra's body, Vanitas, as his apprentice, is now trying to take over Ven's body, so the two of them can be in the same place, and so the ultimate Keyblade can form. That thing right there, that monstrosity. In this instance, it's revealed that Vanitas' face is identical to that of Sora's, but with dark hair and yellow eyes. Also, Braig flees the scene after Mickey helps Aqua in battle. With Braig gone, Aqua and Mickey face off against a Vanitas-possessed Ventus. This Ventus is now holding the Keyblade and uses this power to summon Kingdom Hearts above the battlefield. Before Terranort can reach Kingdom Hearts, however, Aqua shatters the Keyblade as Ventus defeats Vanitas. As the Keyblade is destroyed, it creates a giant light that shoots Aqua, Mickey, Ventus, and Terranort off-world. Oops. You didn't see that. Because, is this making sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you played, but I don't think
I didn't finish. I watched the rest because I was kind of irked.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I
Okay.
played through Venice.
No, don't apologize, you're Because Ventus did not have full control of his body when the Keyblade shattered, and what little strength he had left was used to defeat Vanitas, Ven's body was sent into a catatonic state with his heart being lost in the process. Ven's wandering heart finds its way to the newborn soul, who he made a connection with years prior. The young child offers their heart as a place for Ventus to rest while he recovers. Ventus accepts this offer, and now Sora can wield a Keyblade because of the resting warrior within his heart. So the reason that Sora can, in the future, dual wield is because not only does he have Ventus in his heart, but he also has Roxas in his heart. Mickey saves Aqua and Ventus and guides their bodies back to Yensid's tower. Yensid tells Aqua of Ven's deep sleep and about how he will not awaken until his heart returns. Aqua returns Ventus to the land of departure, which has since fallen to ruin. So this is like the place where they're originally from. Sorry if I'm going too fast now, by the way. I just want to get through this. Aqua returns Ventus to the land of departure. Aqua also finds her late master's keyblade, which is right here. You can see at the end, like the key shape kind of forms the letter E for Argus, which I thought was really cute. She finds her late master's keyblade and uses it to lock away the land of departure from the unknowing eye, meaning that the land of departure transforms into Castle Oblivion. Woo! And Aqua leaves Ventus's body in the secret chamber of waking with the promise to return one day. After that, Aqua sets off to find Terra in Radiant Garden, unaware of his current state. Terranort is found struggling with his own identity in the town square. Xehanort attempts to attack Aqua on sight, but the lingering control of Terra interferes as he stabs his keyblade into his own chest. Terra did this because he saw Xehanort do it earlier to himself, so Terra thinks if he did the same, then Xehanort's heart would leave once more. This act was not performed correctly, however, because this is a technique only Xehanort has been seen performing correctly. Doing this causes Terranort to lose all of his memories and fall unconscious into a dark portal. Aqua dives after her possessed friend and rescues Terranort, giving him her personal keyblade and armor, but she becomes trapped in the realm of darkness in his place. Ansem the Wise finds the amnesiac Xehanort in Terra's body and takes him in as an apprentice. By the end of the game, Ventus is in an eternal sleep, Aqua is trapped in the realm of darkness, and Terra is in the back seat as Xehanort controls his body. This one probably isn't going to play. Have you seen this one?
I don't think so. I'm not sure which one it is.
It's one of the lesser known ones. Let me see if it'll pull up. Ah! Well, if you close your eyes, I can spell it out for you. In this secret ending, an unconscious Terra and Xehanort lie inside of Terranort's body, leaving the audience to wonder who will grapple control first. It is also revealed that inside Terra's heart is another sealed heart, but it's not revealed whose heart it is. Aqua is shown walking to a shoreline in the world of darkness, the same shoreline Sora and Riku are seen at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. She encounters Ansem the Wise, who found his way there after his machine exploded. The two talk of Sora, and Aqua is shocked to learn that the little boy she met on Destiny Islands is now a Keyblade builder. It's revealed here that time moves slower in the realm of darkness. Approximately 1 year there is equal to 4 years in the realm of light. In the same letter Sora receives from Miggy, the king reveals that the 3 lost warriors are somehow tied to his heart. Sora and Riku head out to St. Yansid's tower, and a new adventure sets off as they leave Destiny Islands once more.
I don't think I've seen that one. But I could tell that leads into the well, their training.
So, here are the seeds sown for future games. Thank you for appreciating my memes. Alright, we have one more game for today. This is the final one. How are you feeling?
I'm pretty cool.
Pretty cool?
I'm hanging in there.
Okay, cool. Me too. Let me get one last big swig.
Out of the games we went through so far, which one was your favorite lore-wise?
Birth by Sleep.
Gotcha.
I like the way they set up some things. They retconned some other things for sure, but
I think it made it easier to follow. Well, as convoluted as things already are, they made some things easier to follow.
right. And for those at home, I don't know who's still watching. It says we have 3 viewers now.
And then there were 3.
But if you're still watching, congrats. Thank you for being here. We're almost done, I promise. Yeah, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for still being here.
We love you.
We love you. I love you.
Especially you, Tarika. I know you're still here.
Let's go, Tarika. And Caleb, I don't know if you're here, but if you are, thank you. I really appreciate you, man. All right. There's one more game left for tonight, and that is Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, otherwise known as... It's called 3D, and it was released for the 3DS, which I thought was really cute. Released in 2012 for the 3DS, and it was remastered in 2017 for the PlayStation 4. Let's meet our cast. Golden Boy is back. We got Sora. We got Riku. We got Kairi. She makes a guest appearance. Can you believe it? And she actually... It sets her up for a good storyline that she does not get. But it gives her potential for that. We got Mickey. We got Yensid. We got Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. We got Xemnas. We got a new guy who is young Xehanort. He's 18 years old, and he's part of some kind of master plan we don't know about yet. And we have this young man. Hello, his name is Lee. I have him written down as Lee, the unexpected help. Brought back as a somebody after his heartless and nobody were destroyed. He just wants to bring his best friend back. And I love him. Alright, so we got some new worlds in this game, which is pretty fun. We got Hunchback,
Oh my gosh.
Pinocchio, Tron 2, Three Musketeers, Fantasia, and then we got some repeated worlds, like Disney Castle and Castle Oblivion and stuff.
Oh, I did like how they introduced a bunch of new worlds.
Yeah, it was really good. It was very refreshing. No, I think this is the only game that doesn't have Olympus Coliseum.
Yeah, Olympus is the it shows up the most. It's either that or actually no, I think it is that. It's either that or what's it?
I know Agrabah shows up a lot in the beginning, but maybe 100 Acre Wood? Atlantica?
It's an important world. It'll come back to me.
Traverse Town?
No.
Twilight Town?
No.
Disney. I'm trying to help.
I'm pulling. No, you're good. Why am I pulling blanks?
Is it a Disney World?
No, it was.
Hollow Bastion?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hollow
Okay.
Bastion slash Radiant Garden.
Radiant Garden. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's not this game either.
I think that's it's either those two are top two. I don't
Yeah.
remember which one shows up more. I think it's Olympus. But those are the two most repeated.
Those are, you know what? I wouldn't mind going through this after and trying to figure that out. Okay. That's a really good idea. All right, so here's our boys.
She's so low.
I know. Look how ripped this guy is. Incredible. The Twink.
Oh my gosh, that's funny to see.
The Twink and Riku. Following the events of Kingdom Hearts 2 Encoded, Sora and Riku are called to Master Yensid's tower to be made aware of Master Xehanort's return. That's right, they learned that since his nobody and his heartless were killed, big ol' guy is coming back. Yensid explains to the two that having a Mark of Mastery exam will help prepare them to defeat Xehanort. Also, through their journey, Yensid hopes that they may come across all, if not one, of the missing Keyblade warriors, because they're still trying to find Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. They still know what happened to them. In the Rise of Darkness from the previous game, fractioned parts of worlds have been laid to rest by the power of darkness. Not quite corrupted by darkness yet, but in like a faded shadow of their former selves, making the current existing world incomplete. This is called the Sleeping Realms. So these two are going to dive into the Sleeping Realms and help the worlds become whole once more. In these realms, Sora and Riku will be sent to different parts, so they may not interact with each other or their separate exams. The Master also recommends that Sora and Riku befriend creatures named Dream Eaters to aid them going forward. In this world, because in this game, because the worlds are sleeping, there are creatures called nightmares that infest the landscapes and force the worlds to stay in a slumber forever. So because of this, they need to collect Dream Eaters. They kind of function like the Shin Megami Tensei or the Persona series, with like these spirits you can level up or combine or discard. There's a lot of like Squeenix vibes from this game, as you will see. So the young men are put to rest inside a mysterious tower as Yensid sends their consciousness back in time to the point where the worlds were falling into darkness in Kingdom Hearts 1. Starting off in Traverse Town and working their way through several sleeping Disney worlds, the duo unlock the keyholes of each world and restore balance. So here's some of the worlds they go to. This is Traverse Town, you got Fantasia. Hunchback, Three Musketeers, Tron, all that good stuff. Both are encountered by a cloaky with silver hair, who later introduces himself to be a young version of Master Xehanort. This man seems particularly interested in Sora and kidnaps him from his exam with the help of a seemingly revived Ansem Seeker of Darkness and Xemnas. Riku is unaware of all this happening until young Xehanort confronts him and reveals their master plan. Oh yeah, Master Xehanort's master plan! Okay, I vaguely remember making this part. Okay, master plan. Alright. Master Xehanort still has every intention to summon the real Kingdom Hearts, especially since he failed to replicate it in Kingdom Hearts 2, and was beaten by a 14-year-old in Kingdom Hearts 1. An old prophecy once claimed that when equal balances between light and dark struck, the true Keyblade would be formed, and Kingdom Hearts would reveal itself. Though an equal balance could be achieved by dividing one's own heart, the process itself would be very dangerous and could take years to have a chance of completing, which is what his plan with Ventus was. Instead, Xehanort scientifically concluded that the power of 13 darknesses could rival that of the 7 princesses of heart, who have no darkness in their hearts whatsoever. This is why Xehanort attempted to collect all the princesses in the first game, and why and why Organization 13 was shown in Chain of Memories. However, it's revealed that in Chain of Memories, members of the organization were looking to rebel the group and overthrow from the inside, the leaders of this mutiny being Marluxia and Larxene. That didn't work. With the disrupting members being cast aside during the events of that game, Xehanort revised his plan and made a modified group in its place. The new Organization 13! Sorry, give me a second. Xehanort knew that the new members would have to be people he could rely on, so he time traveled to bring previous versions of himself to the current reality.
So many pop up.
I spelled Psyx wrong. Ugh. Steaks. You want some steaks?
Oh, God.
Hey, girl. But Xehanort could do more. But Xehanort could do more than just gather all different versions of himself. He also had the ability to Nort people. Specifically, selected ex-organization members were brought back with parts of Xehanort infused in them. Some were voluntary, like Xigbar, but others could have very well been forced to play into Xehanort's hand. Wait! This is also a video. Wait. Do you know what this scene is?
Is it? Oh, well, I guess it's not from Cage 2.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
So let's see if he gets shot and just, ah!
Me?
Oh no!
I'm already-
The volume isn't working. Hang on.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes!
Me? I'm already half
Save the
Xehanort.
children.
That's nuts!
Wait. Okay, go.
Me? I'm already half Xehanort.
That's nuts!
I love that. Me? I already have Xehanort. Okay, sorry. Continuing. It's better in context.
Cheap viewers.
That's nuts! Girl, you know it. That is nuts. Okay. Alright. Fuck. Oh, as for the Princesses of Heart, it is also brought to light that Ericus knew of the possibility of this prophecy and set the training on Keyblade wielders so that they may protect the princesses. The clash may not take place against the princesses if 7 worthy Keyblade warriors can protect them. Young Xehanort then travels through a dark portal to Sora, who is knocked unconscious and currently being watched over by all 3 Xehanorts. Riku makes it to the sleeping world that never was to rescue Sora, but his arrival is expected as young Xehanort strikes him down. Whoa!
Can't say we talk. No.
He forces Riku to watch as Sora is about to be Norded, making him the final member of the new Organization 13. What is that emoji? What is that? Caleb, what is that? Oh, it's a squirrel, because that's nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, alright. So, Sora's about to be Norded, can you believe it? Suddenly, a burst of flames is flung towards young Xehanort, as a rescue has taken place in the form of Mickey and Lee? Whoa! They fight the 3 Xehanorts and defeat them. They all leave with a promise to return, and excuse me, and an inevitable clash waiting to take place. The party leaves the sleeping realm.
Oh, the party leaves.
I lost my place. My eyes are drifting.
The
party leaves. The party leaves the sleeping realm and eagerly awaits for Sora to regain consciousness. When he does, it's announced that Riku has achieved the title of Keyblade Master, along King Mickey and Yen Sid. Let's go, Riku! Yeah! Woo! And Sora supports him. Sora, on the other hand, is left in a vulnerable state after almost being brought to the enemy's side.
You know what that means.
His knowledge of... His knowledge of spells is depleted, and his physical strength needs to be regained before the final confrontation.
Clean swipe again. Clean slate Sora. Ooh, can we see Lee's Keyblade again?
Yes. Lee was summoned to Yen Sid's tower after he awoke in his somebody form with the ability to use the Keyblade, otherwise known as the Lee Blade. Let's go! Sora, undeterred by his lack of title, returns to the sleeping realm to thank his Dream Eater friends for their help with a promise to see them again. The last screen of the game is a cut back to Castle Oblivion, where Ventus wears a small smile as Sora hugs his new friends. Alright. Secret ending! I'm not even going to try, I'm just going to read it. There are 3 secret scenes of this game. So, the first is of young Xehanort standing alone on the Destiny Island while facing the ocean, implying that young Xehanort, and Xehanort in general, is from Destiny Islands. The second is of Aqua in the dark world, staring over the coast and smiling to herself. The third and final scene is not a secret ending, it's just this ending you get for beating the game. It's Yen Sid telling the history of the Keyblade and the Keyblade War. Then, the 2... Who is he talking to? He's talking to Mickey? Why does he say the 2? Yen Sid's talking to Mickey about the 7 lights that must combat the 13 darknesses. They rationalize that if there's currently Sora, Riku, and Mickey, and if they're attempting to find Aqua, Terra, and Ventus, then one more light must still be found. Unsure if Lee is ready to formally wield a Keyblade in battle, a new figure emerges to join the conversation along Riku. Kairi! Yes! Having briefly wielded a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2, she is tired of being seen as a damsel in distress and wants to aid the cause of Sora and Riku.
Amen.
After the initial shock of hearing that Lee will be joining her in her training, because she last remembers Lee kidnapping her. Yeah, okay. Yen Sid tells Kairi that the 2 of them will be training with Merlin the Wizard in a hyperbolic time chamber until they are ready to fight, just like Dragon Ball Z.
Merlin makes me nervous because he's a goof.
He is a goof. He's such a goof. So these are the seeds sown for future games. Why can Lee wield a Keyblade? Where did this ancient prophecy originate?
Find out next time.
Find out tomorrow at 5 p.m. when Corey's coming back here.
Yeah.
Possibly with Jonathan Amato. Ooh, maybe Tarika? Maybe Tarika? Maybe Tarika?
What's tomorrow? Wednesday?
Yeah. She works.
She's busy.
She's busy. That is it for this portion of the Kingdom Hearts lecture. Let me switch over to fuck.
Battery.
Let me switch over to that. Let's switch over to this. All right. Are there any questions before we depart? Corey, are there any questions on your end?
Not for these. I've been pretty. I've watched or played through a lot of the lore of the mainline games, or the what they call? What is that called?
A charcuterie board?
The PlayStation 5, Xbox, which is console, the console games. I've been pretty in depth on those. I don't know much about the mobile though.
I am so excited to tell you about the mobile games. They are incredible. So many consoles, yes. So the thing, that's why there were so many remasters like that grouped all these games together, is because a different game popped out on like each console after Kingdom Hearts like 4, 3, 2. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it.
And it makes it so great that you can buy them in the bundles because
Yes.
it consolidates all of them and it's a little more pocket friendly.
You can also buy them on the Switch, but they're only available in cloud forms, which isn't great. It means you have to have like Wi-Fi to access them. But yeah, this will be continued tomorrow, where we pick up with I didn't have it written down in my notes. Let me see. It's gonna be picked up with Kingdom Hearts Key, and then Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Unchained Key, and then Kingdom Hearts Key back cover. And then my favorite title, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a Fragmentary Passage.
Is that following Aqua?
That is following Aqua. It is actually made as like a I can't be here, I have to work. No! It's okay, I plan on posting these to YouTube. So maybe you can like watch that version.
Who was it?
Nicole.
Aww.
Birth by Sleep was originally intended to be like a demo, but it turned into like a pseudo game. And then we have Kingdom Hearts 3, which is the big baloney.
Yeah.
And then we have Dark Road and Unlimited Memory. I'm gonna be real, I haven't finished Dark Road. I haven't finished making the slide for Dark Road. That's the one game I haven't. It's so fucking boring.
I thought you were saying like you haven't finished the game.
No,
I've never played the game.
It's like the prequel story, like whenever Ericus and Xehanort were students.
Oh, when they were young and
But it's so boring. Nothing beneficial to the plot happens.
I did see a little bit about that one.
I
I was about to
mean-
say I've never heard it, but I
The thing is, like, each of these has something relevant to the lore of the mainline, like, story,
there's
but
just so much extra stuff in there.
yes, and they're all named after like Norse mythology characters. What the fuck? Who does that? Yo, what's up, Potato?
Melody of Memory kind of pushed me away because I did not know it was going to be a rhythm game.
Melody of Memory. Did you watch any of the cutscenes from that one?
I don't think so.
That one's good. That one tells a lot about Kyrie's backstory.
Should I watch them?
No. Let me explain. And I'll revise the slides to like include the links in the slides so it doesn't like take me to an external source.
What homework do I have?
Homework you have, just come up with questions. Come back tomorrow with like a list of questions you want to ask me before we get into Kingdom Hearts mobile games.
Cool.
That's all I got. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Like I said, I'll post these probably to YouTube on the Blueha channel. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m. We're gonna finish this up, and we're just gonna have a good time. Okay, bye guys.
All right, chat. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and see you next
Chad.
time.
Make sure you fucking